Oh, would help if I was actually on the stream, wouldn't it? So hi guys. So my apologies. It turns out that EVM, whatever it's called, you only get 7 minutes of stream time on the free version, but I've managed to salvage something. Here's Natasha.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm all right.
You were, it just turns out Natasha was busy. I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
So let me do my nice. I like this view better. You know me. I know we're smaller, but I like the view better. Yeah, I'm not. Well, you'll get a chance to have a look at it later on if you want, Natasha. But I'm not convinced for the price. There's one feature that I really like,
Right.
filtering the chat messages down. But do I really want to pay an extra $10 a month just for that? And I can only stream to. Well, let's put it this way. I'm paying $15 a month for this.
Yeah.
For $25 a month, I can stream to one less platform than we're currently streaming to now. So I don't think it's going to work out. So, but everyone's just about found us, which is quite nice. Quite nice. It's very nice. So Dale McCormick says, hello, everyone. We've got Crafty Chris in the house. Hi, Penny. Crafty, is Dave Say watching? Because I'm going to make him so jealous with my Lancaster and Tasha. So yes, hello everyone. So yes, today is a little bit of a bonus stream. Well, bonus for us, might not be bonus for you, because you might all be sitting there thinking, let's have a nice quiet. Oh no, Penny stream, and we're going to have to watch it now. Octal's modeling kit says hi everyone. So welcome back everybody. How are you all? So Natasha's been making videos, and
No, I haven't.
Very good videos.
I ain't done none.
You done one today?
No, I didn't.
You did?
In your imagination.
You did one about a banana.
I've done quite a few on there, 20 something.
20 odd something.
I think so.
Yeah,
and then I'll just stick with
it. No, it's good. I mean, if you look at my videos when I first started compared to now, you'll see I've got a lot more confidence than I used to. And I think that's happening with you. I just love the way that you're like, I don't know what it is, so I'm calling it a plane. I just think that's brilliant.
At least I can tell the difference, I guess.
Well, you can tell the difference between a tank and a plane.
Yeah.
Which is we're pushing you in the right direction there.
Yeah.
So I just think you're wonderful, Natasha.
Thank you.
Don't ever change, will you?
I'm not gonna.
No, good. Please just don't. One day you are going to be so knowledgeable on everything, and I just think you'll lose that edge. You know, we'll be longing for the days when we go, what are you working on, Natasha? A plane. I'll tell you what, I nearly slapped a guy in a square in the chops the other day in the shops.
Did you?
I was behind him in the queue and he was buying some beer, and the bottle looked quite interesting. Nice little shape in that. I went, what's that? And he just looked at me and went, it's beer. And I thought, sod you. So and I thought, well, maybe in his mind it was a silly question.
Yeah.
But a little bit like the customer that I had today we stopped at a bus stop outside Barking Station. And it even says on the announcements, Barking Station. And it was like you could see the station. And this guy says, does this go any closer to Barking Station? I went, it's there. And he goes, yeah, but does it go any closer? I went, mate, it's there. I said, it's quicker to walk from here than it is for me to drive to the next set of bus stops, which aren't even ours. So I'm just like, well, it's like that time that woman, she goes, I've been waiting 10 minutes for this bus. And I'm like, yeah, some people don't get a bus service like that. So Dominique, I shared this link in the old chat. Thank you. It's probably why our viewers went from like 2 to about 8 instantly. Dale says you're picking everything up well, Tasha.
Thank you.
Trust me, I've seen Facebook posts of people who've posted really proud of their first model, and it's not as good as yours. And I'm saying that honestly.
Well, my new one's now got a nickname.
A banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Banana.
Sorry, did I just ruin the surprise for you?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Banana.
So what's your new one called?
What did I actually call it?
What did you call it?
Something flying banana.
Flying banana. That's
Yellow
interesting.
flying banana.
Yeah, that's really interesting, Natasha.
It's
So
yellow.
it
Reminds
says,
me of a banana.
and MP says, hello, Penny and Natasha. MP, I just love the way you always call me Pennies. I pronounce it Penny because I know what you mean, but I just think it's kind of cute. Fraser says I was in the old chat. Right, yes. So just before I got cut off, I invited Octals to tell me why why I should use EVMUX because he's been using it for 2 months.
Oh, okay.
The main reason that I chose it was it has more seats than StreamYard, but never heard about Melon. Might have to look into it. I would, even if you looked at Melon and thought, no, this isn't for me, that's fair enough. You've got your streaming platform. There's a lot of people out there, and I say to them, oh, I think Melon's much better. And they go, no, I like StreamYard, I'll stick to it. And that's absolutely fine. But the reason I've chosen Melon over StreamYard, excuse me 1 sec, I'm really, really sorry.
He's really, really not sorry, or she.
I just seem to have a bit of a coffee thing today. So yeah, the main reason I've chosen Melon over StreamYard is of all the features that Melon that there's a lot of crossover features. Some of the things are a little bit nicer. There's a couple of features that StreamYard doesn't have, and I've been using Melon now for so long I can't remember what they are. And there is 1 or 2 features in StreamYard that I did actually prefer. But I've had, you basically have gone right. If I go with StreamYard, I'm not going to get these features, and if I go with Melon, so something had to go. And to be honest with you, at $15 a month, it's not unreasonable. And I'm not going to pay an extra $10 a month just so that my chat at the bottom goes. So, I mean, one of the silly features I like is the fact that when I hit the go live button, it automatically plays my video. So I haven't got to coordinate. Yeah. So let me find my video.
Like you ain't got to choose it, or
no, you load up the intro. So you got this one, right? And then you set it. You got a button on the side, and it says set as intro, set as outro, delete. So this is
right.
So again, the outro plays automatically, which is this. And I think StreamYard does the same. When you play one of those videos, it automatically mutes everybody in the show. Let me see if I can pull up my account settings. Is it? I'll see what I actually get. Billing. current plan. So my plan is no watermarks, unlimited streaming, up to 24 guests, 15 on screen. So we'll call that 15 guests, because it's a bit rude to say, excuse me, I'm just going to push you away so that this person can talk.
Yeah.
So we'll call that 15. Local recording up to 10 hours per track, which I don't use.
No.
30-day recording storage, which I don't use. However, if something was to crop up and someone says, oh, that stream you did 3 weeks ago, I could download it if I wanted to. Upload media. I can even upload a video, like one of my pre-recorders. I can upload that
Yeah.
to show as a live stream, but then I don't use that because YouTube's got this thing called premieres.
I've seen that. I've not even clicked on it yet.
Disconnection protection, that is really good.
Really?
So if, for example, I leave the stream and then I come back, the recording is still going. Whereas in StreamYard, if you left this, if you click the button, it ends the stream, which is a bit annoying.
Yeah.
1080, glorious 1080p resolution. I'd love it when Terry does that. I'm buying him a tee. I'm making him up a t-shirt. When I get my cricket sorted out, I'm gonna make him a t-shirt. It's just gonna say now in glorious 1080p.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. Multi-stream to unlimited destinations, recording up to 10 hours per track, which I don't use. Multiple cameras. I do like me multiple cameras when I get round to using it.
Yeah.
So, for example,
Up, down. Okay, fall over.
there we go. So now I've got 2 cameras on the go at once.
Yeah.
But it's a little bit awkward to work with because watch me count 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, when I cut this camera, this shot, it mutes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things you kind of have to get used to. But if we did, for example, if I was doing something and the show was all about what I was doing,
Yeah.
then we could do this, which then, let me get rid of this chat. Sorry, guys. So you can see we're both on the stream at the bottom, but the main focus is whatever the main focus is, which is one good feature. I believe, I might be wrong, I think they have hotkeys.
Who?
Hotkeys.
That mean you're going to burn your fingers if you touch the keys?
Close. So what a hotkey is you can set keys up. So
Right.
say, like, if I press Control and 1,
Yeah.
switch to this camera. Control and 2 will switch to that camera.
Right.
And it's that and the other. So let me get rid of this camera because it's but yeah, it's just stuff that you got to get used to. Unlimited branding, which you would expect that, because if you're paying for something, you don't really want their advertising over it.
No.
And I don't really use them much anymore. In fact, I've used them so little I can't even find them. Here we go. We've got reactions.
Yeah. Now you're muted.
Seen that and took advantage of it. So yeah, that's what you get with. Apparently you can add things to it as well, like apps. But yeah, say I've actually gone, $17 a month. I apologize. You can actually go down to $9 a month.
Yeah.
You only get not so glorious 720p, but you still get unlimited streams. You get 5 guests, Multiple cameras, 15-day recording, destinations. Destinations, it doesn't say. Don't know. Multi-stream to 3 destinations and up to 5 guests. So it's pretty much. Oh, and if you pay annually, that goes down. See, my $17 a month, that will go down to 12 if I do annually.
Right.
But basically, you're getting pretty much what EV Thingamybobby does for $9 a month. But again, it depends what you're actually after. Right. I should have see. Right, I was in the old chat. The main reason, right? Ian Fraser. So evening all. Why is that not coming up? Because I'm trying to click it on YouTube. I'm clicking the chat on YouTube and wondering why it's not coming up.
It's not coming up this end. Not for me, anyway.
Right. So evening. Ian Fraser says so evening all. David Markey says hello Penny. How are you, David? David Mark says hello Natasha. Hello folks. See, I like that. He's got that in the right order. He's done me and you first, then everybody else. I think that's spot on.
Yeah.
So Dominic says hello David. Evening Dale McCormick. Dale says hi Dom. Penny, if you want, you can work with Zoom in Windows. Yeah, but doesn't Zoom cost money? But to be honest with you, I think we do well with the Melon because we're not doing anything super productive.
No.
Obviously, my pre-recorded videos, which I use OBS for, that's my super serious stuff. Whereas our lives, they're a lot more chilled and relaxed. And, you know, it's like if I'm sitting there going, I've just made a mistake. It doesn't matter. If anything, it adds to the flavor of the lives, doesn't it? So one downfall with EVMU, let's just call it EVMux, is for basic. Yeah, you do have unlimited, but they end up every 6 hours and can restart back up. John Alex Scale Modeling. Hiya, Penny and Natasha. How are you? Oh, guys, I forgot to do the. Right. Bear with me a sec, guys.
The thingy-majig that does the job.
The thingamyjob bit jig that does the job. That is probably the perfect name for it. Now, the next problem I've got is I need to create a line of chat because I can't pin this message because there's a bleeding love heart in the way.
Oh, yeah, that drives me nuts.
Oh, do you know what? If I could move it, I'd be happy with it, but you can't. And you go to hover over it, and it just gets bigger with all these extra bits on it.
I've done it loads of times on mine. I'm like, I can't do nothing till it goes up.
So, right, guys, there's a link in the chat. If anybody wishes to join us, if anybody wants to humble us. Obviously, what we were kind of thinking the way we were going to go was that we are just going to be doing some modeling. But obviously, we're testing and talking about our findings.
Yeah.
So one thing to also consider, I have reached a point in my life where if I know how to use something and then I use something else and it's different, I will automatically have a level of hate because it's not the same. So the buttons are indifferent because I took me a while to love Melon. I liked it virtually from day one, but I didn't. I really tried to sort of stick with StreamYard because it was what I'd got used to. And I hate changing any kind of software because I have to learn new things. And then I'll be using it for 5 years and going, well, the problem with this is we haven't got this, but we've learned to live without it. And then someone will come along and go, yeah, it has got that. All you've got to do is go click, click, click. And I'll go,
They do.
yeah. So, right, MP says, hi, John. John Alex says, hey, Emmanuel, how are you? David Markey, hello. Do you know what? I'm going to say this. I got one of the best live shows in the world because we got some heavyweights in the chat, haven't we? We regularly pull some heavyweights. the MPs, the Dominiques, the John Alex scale modelings, just to name a few. And that was said in no particular order. John, don't think I regard you as number 3. I'm not telling you what order I'm putting everyone in, but you know, there's a lot of there's a few good scale modelers in my channel.
Just gonna mute a minute.
Arky, hi, hello Chris, hello Octal, hello Dave, hi Dave, hello Ian, and there's my link if you wish to come and join us. Hello MP, hello John. There's a way to remove it, Penny. It's convoluted. I love that word, isn't it? John, hi David. Wayne Welly, the Love Heart is YouTube's attempt at copying. Yeah, this is the thing. YouTube were kind of number 1, arguably still number 1, but they're not coming up with their own innovations. They're just copying other people's, aren't they? And some like it, some don't, some dislike it because it's a copy. I mean, I'm not a fan of YouTube Shorts. My opinion, possibly unpopular, Twitch is there to suck the brain cells out of your head, because when selecting a video is too much like hard work,
to
force feed you, and all you do is that. Yeah, that's, you know, I want something, I go onto YouTube and I have to carefully select my search terms, like how to build the Hong Kong models Lancaster. You know, that's a hard one, that one, to figure that one out, isn't it? And how have other people been building this particular model? You know, I don't want to have to scroll through a million videos in the off chance that one of them will be how to do the undercarriage on the Corsair. So, got on my nerves many times. Hello, Wayne. No, it's free, Penny. I thought, well, yeah, I mean, I've used Zoom. I use it quite a bit, mainly when I'm a guest on some, you know, like a meeting, and have the tool of Zoom. Hi, David. Listen, I'm probably going to stick with Melon. I will have another look at StreamYard, because I can. It's been so long, I can't remember what you get for your buck.
Yeah.
But I can't remember what to do now. Right, let's go stream. Let's go general website rather than actually going into an account. Right, choose the right plan for your live streaming needs. Sorry, guys, I'm reading this. Oh, hang on. That's not it. Oh, hang on. I can't find this. I can find it, but
You can. You got it.
right. StreamYard pricings. Right, here we go. So for free, you StreamYard, you can stream with the logo in your corner. There are stream limits, local recordings, 2 hours per month, 6 on-screen participants. For $20 a month, you get all the features are free with no. But again, I don't see that as a perk. Removing all the StreamYard advertising, if you're paying money, you would expect that. 50 hours of storage, don't care. Unlimited streaming, get that with Melon. Unlimited local recordings. 10 on-screen participants. Live streams are recorded. Multi-stream to 3 destinations. Guest destinations, logo overlays, backgrounds, pre-recorded. That's for $5 more than I currently pay. If you now go up to $39, which is more than twice what I pay, you can now have full HD and glorious 1080p, which I get with Melon. 12 backstage participants. Pretty much the same. So you're basically, all I'm doing for that extra $19, I'm paying for full HD, which if I didn't get full HD, I'm not overly bothered about. Because don't forget, if you've got full 1080p, you need the webcam to go with it. So that's why I don't think StreamYard's worth it for me. And right now, I mean, if I now give feedback to Melon and say, look, I'm tempted to go over to this piece of software, is there anything you can do? And if they say, yeah, we can work on it and it's in the pipeline for soon, I'll go, right, no problems. I've got no intention of leaving Melon. But the only problem I have with Melon, and I think it's to do with the speed of the internet, it seems to go, don't we have fun with my German stream Melon?
Oh God, yeah. I can't get in.
Going over, yeah. Natasha can't get in. It keeps going over to German. I can change it to French, German, Italian, Spanish. But as soon as I change it to English, it goes over to German again. And I think it might be to do with the speed of the internet, because it happens more often than not in the hotel. It hardly ever happens when I'm at home with my glorious, so fast, I can't even say how fast it is, 2 gigabits per second. It's a lot. It's basically zoom, zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom, zoom. But on
You got that camera there?
What? No, I've left it at home. It's too much hassle to keep undoing and redoing when this will do. So John Alec, see, get luck. John Alec uses the free StreamYard. And if it does you, if you do the occasional live stream, if you're doing your 2 hours a month, you know, we do a lot more than 2 hours, and we do more than 2 hours a stream, don't we?
No, it's 5 minutes.
5 minutes, yeah. Maybe we should get Mike to argue that with StreamYard. Oh, how can they have run out? They've only had 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, I had a nice adventure today.
Did you?
Yeah, my neighbour contacted me. She said, what's this? I found this sodden parcel. The courier had left it outside. The courier thought he'd leave a cardboard box for a customer outside by the wheelie bins in Scotland in February. He thought that would be a great idea. Now, I was lucky my neighbour found it because it had a scale model kit in it. Now, I don't care too much about the packaging. If the inside's fine, that's all right. I don't, to a point, I don't even care about the cardboard box the model comes in. What I obviously care about is those decals. So, but everything was fine. Thankfully, MJR Hobbies, we have this little bit of a wind up. We joke. There's a guy called Danny does all the packaging, and we always joke and we go, "Oh, done well." You see it, new people. Yeah, I got into the packaging, no problems. And they're like, oh, "Don't say that, because next time you get a parcel, he'll package it up." And I did it once. I said to him, "He didn't beat me, Danny. I got into it in 3 minutes." Next time I order something off him, I think he used an entire roll of packing tape. And he does package well. And obviously, packing tape is waterproof, isn't it? Whereas cardboard isn't. So I'm a little bit worried about my next purchase. Would you like to see it? And I had a bonus today.
You got another bonus?
No, well, I'm well chuffed. So let me attempt. Sorry, if everyone's watched my streams before, you'll have seen this, but this is just one criticism I've got. If I can find it. Screens. This woman's face. Oh, I'm not sharing it yet. There we go. That woman's face. So yeah, so I finally bought my electronics thingy for the Lancaster, and I'm well chuffed. But so this is where the bonus comes in. There we are. For some reason, you see the price there. I'm just selecting all the options that I had. Right, so 196.
Yeah.
And then with postage, it comes up to about 217. I was reading that that is a pound sign, isn't it?
Can't tell.
Is that a pound sign or is that a euros? You can't tell from there, can you? Let's see if I can.
No, not for me.
If I can make the screen bigger. No, that is a euro. So yeah, I read that as a pound sign. So of course, well, I saved up my £200 and I've got the money today. So I went to buy it and the whole lot came to less than £195. So I got 20 odd quids to play with.
Cool.
So I'm having a pizza tomorrow.
Why not? I just had one earlier.
I'm quite new to this particular area. And I've been recommended a nice pizza place, but I'm going to show you guys. I know you've all seen it, but I love it so much. But I got the instruction manual for it. I'm starting to regret it now. Well, it's vast. And you know what? Something I never thought about. Let me just fast forward that a bit. It's a little bit. I just love it. I watched this video. I mean, I don't know how many views they've got. It must have about 1 million views, and half of them are from me. One bit, well, it must be the speaker, but it's one speaker per room. I think it's 4 speakers per speaker. But I love it. And I bought more I think I spent more on aftermarket than I have on the actual kit. So, but yeah, I can't wait. But he reckons that'll take about a week to come. I think his actual words were, it'll be about a week. Welcome to Brexit. Or enjoy your Brexit. That's it. That's what he said. So,
I would have swapped that. I said, yeah, I enjoyed my breakfast.
Yeah. Well, see, I've just got a funny feeling that there might be VAT on that when it comes through customs. So there might be another 20%. So I might have to hold that pizza off. I might need that for customs and excise taxman. Taxman's done nothing for it. This guy in Belgium's done all the work, and I've still got a load of hard work to go. But the VAT man will get his cut for something that wasn't even made in this country. Yeah. I've actually had an argument with a tax man before. I said, why do we have to have this tax? And they say it's to protect British industry. Now that in itself is a good statement. Yeah. If everything coming from abroad is taxed, then you're going to buy things made in Britain, aren't you? But I said, but what if they don't make them in Britain? You tell me where I can buy this motor and light kit in Britain. And, various other stuff I've bought. If I want to buy a mango, tell me who's growing mangoes in Britain to the same standard as the Indians.
Yeah.
So, but that's how the tax man works. And unfortunately, it's one of those inevitabilities, isn't it? You're born, you die, and everything in between, you're taxed on it.
Yeah.
You want to have fun, you're taxed on it. You want to be miserable, you're taxed on that.
There's no getting out of it.
No. So that's on its way. That mango over there. So by the way, guys, this is my newer hotel room, which I do quite like. One interesting feature, I think it's one of the older rooms. But I did specifically ask them if I could I have a larger table? and my table is this long, which is much better than that little. That last time I was here, I had a small little triangular table. I couldn't clip the camera on properly because it didn't clip around the edge because it had a little bevel on it. So I had to actually clip it on the handle. You got like a little pickup handle, and then I had the PC was balanced on an empty suitcase. If I ran past it too quickly, it'd fall over. And I had stuff, as you know, I had it all on the sofa, and I emailed them a couple of days beforehand and said, "Oh, I know I'm after something with a longer table." And I thought if you get more of something, because obviously the room is only so big, I thought maybe you'll get less of something else, and not really. It's in fact actually I've got an extra light. See that?
Cool.
Yeah, it's a little desk lamp. It's about a mile up. It's only screwed in with 2 screws out of the 4, but and the switch is very precarious. And my favourite feature, a lot of these rooms they've got kettles that are hardwired into the wall, so that you can't unplug them. And the kettle's obviously broken, and they can't. It's obviously a different size kettle, and they can't get a new one. So there's a separate kettle. So way over there, see where that door is?
Yeah.
Opposite that door is where my tea and coffee making facilities are. But a kettle is there underneath the television. So when all the steam comes out of the kettle, it just covers the TV.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I ain't switching that telly on, especially if I want to make a coffee. So, but yeah, it's all right. It does the job. And as you can see, I've got plenty of room. Oh, this is another feature that I do like on Melon. Changing the camera. It's so much easier to do. So this is what I'm working on. Started working on it yesterday.
What is that? Oh, that.
It's a bit of a love-hate thing.
Love-hate relationship.
It is a little bit at the moment. That's what I'm working on.
Oh, okay.
But Flash, not a problem. There's I mean, they're all gone now because I worked very, very hard on it. But I've got all of these ejector pin marks on them.
Ooh.
And I'm
You'll
trying
get that
to figure
off,
out. Trying to figure out if the ejector pin marks there are supposed to be there, because they look quite even and nicely spaced.
They do, don't they?
Yeah. So I don't know if they're meant to be there, but absolutely everywhere you look, there's pin, and some of them are raised, and some of them are recessed. So even though I've done most of these, I mean, I've done it. Look, there used to be an Airfix symbol. You can just make it out. That's gone now. I thought, well, if I'm paying you for my models, I'm not going to advertise. Mind you, maybe I should have advertised it. Maybe I should say, if they go, oh, I see it's an Airfix, and I'll go, yes, and it's a pile of poo. It's full of flash and everything. But it's a nice size.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm doing this as a hotel build is that when my Eddie Stobart finishes, I'm going to be doing Wednesdays. It's going to be Wooden Wednesday. And I came up with that thought independently, even though someone else is at Model Kit Stuff. He's talking about Wooden Wednesday, and he hasn't copied my idea, and I haven't copied his. Well, I assume he hasn't stolen my idea, because I don't think he'll watch my lives. But to be honest with you, if anyone wants to do a Wooden Wednesday, I don't really care. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing this in wood from a company, I can't remember who it is, and it's not Mini Art. Oh, I can't remember, but yeah, I did start this once ages ago, not this one, and I completely ruined it. It's not a bad little kit, but this one just seems in poor condition. So much worse than the last one I got. But as I say, that all this to get rid of. Why are they? I hate it when they stamp the part numbers on the actual part, unless it's like the inside of a wing. So that is why. Oh, you weren't here when I said that, were you?
No.
So I've been to a certain coffee shop that is well known for their sausage rolls, and I bought coffee and no sausage roll, and I got their coffee stirrers stolen. So I'm gonna show you a really quick idea to make a sanding stick. Ever so simple. So this is an 800 grit.
Yeah.
And all you need is some super glue. And I wish I could zoom in, but I can't. I'm sorry, guys. And all you do is you work out the width. I haven't got a ruler actually, funnily enough. But you work out the width that you want, and you cut it absolutely dead square. And then you super glue along the stick. Now you super glue along the sandpaper, cutting the bit off the super glue first so that the glue can come out. Oh, and of course the glue goes all over your finger. Bear with me a sec. Oh, I was nearly able to show you my super glue unsticking trick. If you ever get your fingers stuck together with super glue, don't do that.
Why?
Do that. Don't know. It works. Someone taught me that trick, and this is where I discovered that my glue's probably dead. Right, so stick your stick on there, like so. Yeah, it's like water. Why is that not working? Should I have shaken it? I normally buy these little multiple tubes of, mind you, I did get these from Poundland. Does glue actually go off, guys? Do you know?
Don't know.
Yeah, that's not sticking. I've never known that. Brand new glue.
Nope.
Oh,
Not having it.
That's not having it, is it? Well, let's just try it with Yoo-hoo then.
Oh, that will stick.
Well, it will if it hasn't gone off. Oops, that's way too thick. That will stick, but in about 5 days because it's so thick. Anyway, once that's set, I'll say it is very, very thick. This is the theory anyways, you know, nothing ever works on camera. Yeah, that's not sticking. But it stuck the sandpaper to, I know it's working. Right, let's try it there. Right, so we stuck our first bit of sandpaper on, and then I'm just going to apply another thin layer to the stick. Very thin, as you can see. And I'm just going to very tightly follow that contour. Contour, is that the right word?
Don't know.
And then I'm going to trim the sandpaper off. Like so. And now that's not stuck down. So that is about the most useless idea I've come up with.
Yeah, but you tried.
Well,
it will work.
It was kind of supposed to work. Maybe I should have left it longer to set. Maybe I should have used something a bit better like Gorilla Glue. Something that actually works. But yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the idea anyway.
Yeah.
And now I've stuck the sandpaper to the cutting mat. But that's basically a sanding stick.
Cool.
And obviously I would have set it further up, but for some reason it's decided to be a bit naff. But it has actually stuck. I'll tell you what would have done this.
Pegs.
Clamps. Not pegs, they're clamps.
Pegs. Same thing. Pegs are clamps.
But yeah, that's my my cheap sanding sticks, which I think is the same as everybody else's cheap sanding sticks. And then I'll clip that end off. But yeah, so yeah, I bought loads of sanding sticks before, and they're all right. They do the job. I'm not going to knock proper sanding sticks. And I mean, I bought the ones from Ultimate Modeling Products, and I am not going to. They are very, very good, but when you look at the price of them compared to stick and sandpaper, I mean, even these don't cost any money. But that's cost me about 1p. So, and about 4 hours worth of scrubbing with fingers to get the super glue off.
No, I love peeling super glue off my fingers and that. I love it. Glue.
Oh.
I'm one of them that'll sit there forever and peel it. I'm weird.
Are you not confusing it with Copydex, are you?
I don't know what it is, but any super glue or glue, I'll happily sit there and peel it off. Weird. I've been like that since a kid.
So John Alex says, talking about StreamYard, pretty easy to set up, Wayne. MP says, Penny, the Lancaster Dambuster 1-48 from Hong Kong Models arrives here in my local shop for €112. A lovely temptation. I've actually got it. I bought it when it first came out. Actually, I'll tell you when I bought it and why I bought it. I bought it when Tamiya brought out their new Lancaster in 1-48 scale. And I said to my supplier guy, oh, I want that kit. And he says, Penny, it's a Reeboks of a 1900 kit or something. It's not a new kit, it's a Reeboks. He says, you do a lot better getting the Hong Kong Models one. So I got the Hong Kong Models one. And now I don't know what to do with it, because do I need a 1-48? I mean, 1-48 scale is my preferred scale, which is why I got it in 1-48. But obviously I'm now doing this 1-32 scale. What am I going to do with a 1-48? It is an expensive kit. And the only thing I can think to do with it, and this is some kind of blasphemy, they do a set of what if decals, so you can do the Lancaster in Luftwaffe colours, as though it's been captured by the Germans and used by the Germans. So I'm quite tempted by that. Or the 1-32 scale can be a really fancy showpiece, and then I can go in the front room, and then I can do the 1-48 scale for my craft room. So, but of course, once I've done the motors for the 1-32 scale, will I then want motors for everything? Because they do a nice 48 scale. They just call it Merlin and Daimler set. So basically that pretty much covers any German aircraft, and quite a lot definitely a Spitfire anyway. So then I'm like, should I do a Spitfire and a Messerschmitt 109? So, but yeah, I've now got the 48 scale and the 32 scale, and I've looked at both sets of instructions, and they're pretty much the same, but obviously the parts are different size. So, yeah, I would do it, MP. I would do. Someone of your talents, I can't see how you can't not do it. The only Liz, you do have a bit of a tendency to let your viewers decide on what colour, and that would scare the hell out of me, having a really beautiful kit like the Lancaster and then letting your viewers to tell you what to do with it.
Yeah, banana.
Yeah, banana. That's the kind of thing you'd suggest.
Yeah.
Actually, you
I
should
got
make.
a banana. You should
Oh,
have a banana.
I got a pun for you. You should make your own Banana Republic.
It
And
is.
have
It's
all
already
these.
public.
No, but you could do a whole fleet of aircraft. We can design your decals for you, so you got your national insignia, and you can
Yeah.
just have a fleet of yellow aircraft.
Wouldn't it? It'll look cool, innit?
Yeah. How are you going to handle yellow camouflage?
What do you mean?
Well, you got to do some kind of camouflage, haven't
I
you?
ain't on this one.
I'm not on that one. Maybe bright yellow and dirty yellow as a camouflage scheme. Is
Well,
yellow a colour you like?
well, it only reminds me of sun
Ah, okay,
when we don't get none.
right. Oh, so when it's a dark and gloomy day, you can look at your model kits and go,
I'm
ah,
glad I got a yellow one. Banana.
banana, banana.
Ever since I've had it out, I've called it banana.
No, that's fine. You call it what you like.
Yellow banana.
But Dale says Budgie Airlines.
Yeah, I put budgies on it.
Oh, so shall we buy her a 747 then?
A what?
747,
What the fuck's one of them?
an airliner,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
big
God.
one, big jumbo jet. Sorry, a big banana with a bulging bit on the top.
That's cool. It's a huge banana.
Yeah, with wings and 4 engines.
It's got like wings for the birds, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe we could teach you how to blend colours, and you can do budgie colours on it.
Oh God, the colours they are.
So Dominique says, "What is your favourite colour?"
Who's?
Yours. Everyone knows
Pink.
my favourite colour. Pink.
Pink.
There you go. Pink and yellow. Does that go? Not really, does it?
No, but have you seen people have dressed like that before though?
What, you mean like Katie Price?
I don't know, but there's
She's
loads of
a bit
people
of a
that have loads of colours on them now.
Oh, yeah, no, that's the way, isn't it? I tell you what, I see some, the fashion of guys wearing trousers, like, so their bum is exposed. I see some kid today, his trousers are pulled so far down, they're around his knees.
What?
I know. And I'm like, don't ever get in trouble with the police, because you won't be able to run away from them.
No, not properly anyway. No, I just ducked into a bin.
I had a guy on my bus today, he didn't want to pay. I said, I can't let you on for free. And he went, because earlier on, there was 2 police got on the bus, and they sat upstairs, mainly to keep an eye on the kids.
Yeah.
But they sat right in front of the camera. Whether they did that on purpose, I don't know.
Mm.
This guy is arguing me, well, why can't, oh, none of my cars are working and this, that, and then why can't I? And I just went, look, and I pointed at the monitor and he looked and he went, oh, turned around and got off the bus. I thought maybe I should just have police on my bus all the time. Because yesterday I counted my fare evasions.
Yeah.
I had 117.
Bloody hell.
That's 117 people got on my bus without paying. All school kids, every single one of them.
Yeah, they don't pay anyway, do they?
Well, they do and they don't. You see, this is where the confusion is. They don't pay, but every time they tap their cards, the council pays on their behalf.
Yeah.
So that's why it's important for people to tap in. The old folk don't get it either. Doesn't matter, I don't pay anyway. Yeah, but the council does. And if you're not tapping your card in, the council aren't paying. And when TfL aren't making much money on one particular route, they're going to start cutting it.
Mm.
So
True.
mind you, I don't think they will cut bus routes, because I'm reading stories in newspapers about the quietest tube station, And like there's one tube station apparently get like 2 customers a week. So I'm like, they're not going to start cutting bus routes, are they? Because 114 people a day aren't paying.
Who knows? No one knows.
I don't know what's going on with the water in this place. I don't know if it's the water or the milk. I bought some milk the other day, and it was on the reduced section. And the next morning, I made coffee, and I thought, I think that's off. And then I made a coffee this morning with hotel milk, and that tasted a bit funny. And I bought a pint of milk from Sainsbury's fresh, not reduced, and this coffee tastes funny. So I don't know.
So it's not the coffee.
Well, it isn't, because it's 3 different coffees. This particular cup is a freshly opened jar of Kenko's very finest instant. The very best instant you can get. They've cut several bus routes and altered others here in Wales. Yeah, don't they do a rather than cut routes? Don't they just like combine them? So your trip to Swansea, 10 miles away, now takes 3 hours because it visits every single village on the way.
Oh, it drives me mad just getting to Blackpool or Preston.
Well, yeah, but it's like when I went to visit Chris, you get a train to from Newport to I've forgotten the name of the place now, and he lives between 2 train stations. So you can either go too far and get a bus up, or you can go too far, not far enough, and then get. But it's like it's over an hour on the bus, and it's over an hour on the train, and yet you can drive it in 45 minutes and 45 minutes to an hour. So I don't know what's going on there. So yeah, it's a hell of a journey by public transport. I was so happy when I got a car. I could do it in like a quarter of the time. So, but yeah, I like Wales though. I will stick up for Wales. I lived in Wales for a while.
I lived in Wales for a while.
Yeah, and I loved it. I do love it.
The views are absolutely amazing though.
Yeah.
I liked it for the views.
Yeah. Well, I've because I lived in Norfolk. I grew up in Norfolk, and I had a motorbike in Norfolk, and because in Norfolk you could pull away in 3rd gear. In Wales, you're stalling in 2nd gear because you got hills.
That's all you got there.
Yeah.
Up a hill, down a hill.
Yep. And it plays havoc. You got your sun visor on your bus, and you're going up a hill, so you pull your visor down. Then you get to the top of the hill and you go down. You can't see nothing because your visor's down. You can't see. And all you're doing is just pulling your sun visor up and down.
Yep.
At least Norfolk's nice and flat.
I know, that's what I liked about Norfolk.
Yeah. And
my home.
Went for an hour walk, nearly died because it's up. Oh yeah, they're all 20-mile-an-hour speed limits in Wales now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's good. So MP says hi, David Markey. Hello, MP. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I think those 20-mile-an-hour speed limits. I don't care in a bus because I'd hardly go over 15, 20 mile an hour anyway. But I wonder if they've cut all the bus timetables to give them more running time. Because I tell you what, that Chepstow run we used to do last thing at night, you got to drive that at 50 mile an hour everywhere, and then you'll still be late. I had my TT600 when I was in London, never got out of 1st gear. Now you won't in London, will you? So yeah. Right, so we've talked the talk. How about you show us the show and show us your nap? Sorry. Show us your bananas.
There's banana. It's literally a banana. Let me work this out. Oh, God.
Oh, God. Oh, you like Lee Childs then?
Oh, hell yeah. There's my banana.
That's very yellow, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it needs
We'll
another
miss
coat
that
yet.
one. Yeah.
Well, at least in the dark you'll know where I am
Yeah.
if I held it. I can't believe
Was
how
that
yellow it
my
is.
Caldecott? Yes, it was. Yeah, Chepstow Caldecott. I can't remember. It went somewhere else as well. That was a fun little run, that was. So how smooth is your paintwork now that you've learnt to thin paints?
Well, this paint's really, really runny, so I can't do it.
But you just got to put multiple layers on, haven't you?
Yeah, it's really runny, so I didn't even have to add any water to it. But I did manage to do that last night.
Nice.
And I didn't break them bits.
So you still got all your detail, have you?
Yeah, I didn't even snap none of them, what they're called, like I did the last one. Didn't lose it.
Oh, so you're improving then.
So yeah, that's still there.
Listen, I'm going to do a bit of a naughty. I'm going to disappear for 10 minutes. If you know,
Right.
you know. Are you right,
I
mate?
don't.
On your own for a bit?
No, I'm going to be all lonely.
Are you
Yeah.
lonely? Do you know what? David Marquis just said, I recognise Mega and I know Mega. Is that spelt right? Rogette? Because that rings a bell. Yes, because you're going down the main road, then you turn right and you go all the way down the road, then you pretty much come up back on yourself. And then I think you hang a right at Crossroads and you got some shops and a pretty decent fish and chip shop. And then you follow the road up back out of the main road. Have I got that right? Port Skewett. I know the place, but I haven't been there. And the MP says, Penny, my next project is going to be the Henschel 129 B2 North Africa campaign. I'll be interested to see the paint scheme on that. I'll tell you what, I had a really good wind up with a neighbour of mine, and I can't remember what the place was called now. Oh, I'll have to look it up. I'm going to have to look it up. But I asked him where a place was. I know, that's it. I said to him, I go, do you know how to get to Pontypandy? And he was going, yes, that's near such and such, isn't it? And I went, that's Fireman Sam, you twat. And he went, oh God, yeah, it is, isn't it? So, right, guys, I'll leave you in the capable hands of Natasha, and I will be back in about 5-ish minutes.
Right, I'm counting. Man, am I supposed to be doing my own model tonight? I have no idea. I'm going to do my own anyway. Right, bear with me because I am looking. Because I have got to hunt. Because I don't see no comments on this thingy-majig. I have to get YouTube up so I can see you all. It's weird. I'm blaming Penny. It's Penny's fault. Penny's fault. Still got my thingy-majig. Right there. I've not lost it yet. Yet. I hate this thing, it sticks to you more than glue. so I can paint it. It's so little. See, I've had to separate both kits away from each other. So I've got tub for one and got for the other. Because it's not silly. I lose stuff. Honestly lose stuff. Gonna need you. Yeah, have it all out. Yeah. Cheating in. Why cheating? Here's some water I made up earlier. In a big one though. So I emptied my other. Yeah, paint all over me. Woohoo! Wouldn't be a painter if I didn't do it. Right, I'm not having it anywhere near my laptop, I tell you now. No way. Yeah, get off. That's what I'm doing. I'm painting literally on it. But it wasn't on the sprue last night. I took it away. Literally, I took it away off it last night. On Terry's stream, so I couldn't do it on it. Because I was silly. Penny!
Hello, I'm trying to change the view so that I'm on, but yeah, there you go. So that you're still big.
Yeah, but then what about you?
I don't mind being little.
Mm.
So yeah, I'll just do some catch up. John Alex says that's a great yellow, Natasha. Dale says yellow is a bugger to paint. It is a bugger. Yellows and whites, they are really hard. So for you to get that result that good, it's not easy to paint yellow, but looks very neat. I've got that problem coming up with my Lancaster because I've got to do black propellers with yellow tips. So do I go yellow first and then paint with black over it? Or do I just put like 58 coats of yellow on?
I paint it black and then do the yellow because I struggle to even keep that.
Well, I'm pretty sure someone told me to use a pink primer and then paint the yellow on top.
Probably should have done that, but I didn't know.
Well, you didn't know, and I don't know, to be honest with you. So Dale says paint it on the sprue, Tasha, then clip it off. Yellow is the worst to get right. Red is a terrible one to get right as well, isn't it? Because any slight defects, it will show up. Dale says, yeah, I heard that too. I think it sort of warms the yellow up, doesn't it?
Mm.
So I suppose if you're doing something, I suppose I'd better do something as well then, hadn't I?
Yeah.
There we go. So I'm just sanding. That's all I can do. I've got to find the instructions now. Here they are. Little History was surprised that I knew so much about the kit. And he said, you haven't got instructions, have you? I went, Scale Mates. Have you ever seen Scale Mates,
Who,
Natasha?
me?
Yeah.
No.
Right, let me show you Scale Mates. Why it is absolutely brilliant. So, screen share. So, if anybody has never heard of Scale Mates, it is www.scalemates.com. It's the most fantastic model database going, in my opinion. It's basically a database, Facebook and everything combined. So this is the front screen for it. No, it isn't because I haven't shared it yet. Right, I'm gonna spotlight it.
Okay.
So this is what Scale Mates looks like. And on your front page, you have a list of all the new releases. So I can see they've got F-16 Fighting Falcon landing gear upgrade. And you can click another button, kits. So this is new releases for kits. Now, I have it set for my own topics and my favorite scales. So if your scale mate says something on here that's not on mine, it's probably a different scale. So there we've got, BF 108 Profi pack. Nice. So this particular kit, there won't be much on it, but so below the picture of the box art, they will have some facts. So it's kit number 8078, which you'll usually find on the kit, but not always on the front. It's a full kit, and this is 2024. The only information they've got at the moment is it's changed something. And then you have topic. So if you click on this topic, you get more information about just that particular aircraft, which is quite handy. So then you've got the product timeline, and I can see that this is a rebox in 2024. Does my cursor show up on the stream?
Yeah, that's
right. So this is a 2024 rebox. In 2019, they had new decals. You go all the way back, you can see that it was a new tooling in 2002. And if you then click on that, this is that new tooling in 2002. So you can instantly see that's not a brand new kit. So you're dealing with the 2022 kit by Edward. You can then download the instructions if you want, because someone's uploaded them. So let's make sure these share screen. Bear with me a sec, guys. Is it that one? Is it that one? There we go. So these are the instructions. No, it isn't, because I haven't shared it to screen. Right, there we go. So this is the instructions. So you can then have a look at it. You can see what the sprues look like, basically whatever the instructions say. So we can see what, this is the bit I always like to look at. Have I got the colors? And if I haven't got the colors, what colors are they telling us? So if you're operating in Humbrol, you can see second column there. They're all Humbrol colors. So I'll take a bit of time and I'll convert those to the colors that I want. And then you've got the full build sequence. So straight away, going straight in with some photo etch. And then you can decide if it's a kit you want. Then comes my favorite bit. This is what cost me all the money. If I can find it. Marketplace. So obviously nothing's come up on the marketplace yet. But I'll show you another kit. And then you've got related products. And you won't get that much with a new kit. But if you look up, right, I'm going to look up my Lancaster because I know there's aftermarket for it. And I know it's for sale. So, right. So in the top here, you've got, just type something in. then you can filter it down. So
Right.
full kits, 1 to 32 scale, and brand Hong Kong models. So now we've got it down to 7 models. So if we have a look at my model, which is this one, if I then scroll down, I've got places that I can buy it from. So models for sale, Hobbyland, I forget what they are.
Yeah.
Super Hobby, e-models are doing it for $359.99. That's not the only places you can get them from, and I don't know if they're sponsored links. But again, you've got your timeline. So this is a 2019 with new parts from a 2018 kit. But then you've got all your aftermarket. So this is something I was looking at. This is the Lincoln and Lancaster crew ladders. So you get 2 ladders with it. It just sort of helps you spruce things up a bit. Paint masks. If you don't fancy masking your canopies, this is a paint mask you can get. See if I can find. No. You could spend hours looking at these kits. There we go. So there's the metal landing gear that I've just bought.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure how well I haven't heard anything about the landing gear. The bomb bay's a little bit dodgy. So Edouard's brought out this photo etch thing for the bomb bay to spruce it all up.
Right.
And this is, you can spend hours here. Landing flaps. I'm quite tempted by these landing flaps. Codes and letters. So if you want to change the numbers on it, the numbers and letters. And yeah, so, and then if you, it's hard to do. Right, let's find a 1 to 72 scale Lancaster. I'm doing, if I get this, it's going to be absolutely random that I've done it. Right. So let's get rid of that. Right. 1 to 72. Let's try Airfix. Right. So 617 Squadron anniversary set. Now, if you go on to Marketplace.
Yeah.
No, let's try another kit then. So this is another thing as well. You can see 34 people have got it in their wish list. 45 have got it in their stash. No one started it, and 3 people have completed it. So you could theoretically drop them a message and say, I'm having a bit of trouble with this. How did you handle it? I think that's the theory behind it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm trying to find. Oh, this is a nightmare. No way. I've been after that. Lancaster Mark B2. What I'm at, here we go. Right, so the Avro Lancaster B3 Special. This is the Dam Busters. So this particular kit is, I think it's this one, 2012. You can still buy it for about 40 to 50 quid. But here we go. We've got 2 private sellers. So we've got this guy is selling it in for 35 euros.
Yeah.
And this one is at Canadian dollars, 50 Canadian dollars. So you can now drop them a message and say, is it still for sale? What I normally do is I say, is it still for sale? And how much will that be to ship to the UK? So So you'll see I've got a bit of a message going on here over the P40 that I bought. So I started off, do you still have this for sale? If so, how much to post to the UK? And how do you prefer payment? That's how I initiate. And then this is another kit that I bought, the F111. Is it for sale? Is it still correct? Because I'm really desperate to do an RAF Lakenheath version, which this has. Yes, kit's for sale. Where shall the shipment go? That's why I started saying I'm in the UK. Saves them asking. And then he's quoted me the prices. Blah, 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 blah. And as you see, we got a bit friendly there and we had a bit of a dialogue going on.
Yeah.
Nice guy. To be honest with you, I've dealt with 2 people on scale mates and both of them have been decent people. Probably because we have a similar interest and we're model makers.
True.
You know. So Caitlin says hello all. David says hello. Dominic says I plan on keeping my stash there, but yeah, I keep trying to put my stash on there, but I spend so long looking up the kits. It's so hard to do. You have to kind of get onto scale mates when you only own about 2 or 3 kits, and then add the kits as you buy them. Oh, that glue that didn't stick, it stuck to the cutting mat. This is why we have cutting mats, Natasha.
Is it? I didn't know.
Yes, to say that glue's like water. Oh, now it's starting to stick. I might be able to demonstrate super glue with you. No, see, I don't even stick my fingers together. There we go. Right, so I've stuck my fingers with super glue. Right, and you see that if I pull it, it's not coming apart. I could yank it apart, but it might hurt my skin. So if you stick your fingers, do this.
Oh, yeah.
It's got something to, the words were told me, shear strength. It's got plenty of shear strength, but it hasn't got whatever strength that is. So there you go, guys. That's how to unstick yourself with super glue. Or if you stick your finger to something, don't pull it. It's just going to rip your skin off. Instead, twist it.
Twist it.
And it works a treat. Obviously, the best solution is just don't get your finger stuck in the first place. But yeah, that's the trick I was taught. So, right. One bus. So I don't know whether to start gluing this up and then paint it. Because this inside has to be done a tan color. And then I'm going to do this bit there wooden. So I'm going to sort of add some. I'm not going to do this like totally 100% accurate. I'm going to get a color as close a match as I can. It's just I'm doing it on a fun stream.
Yeah.
So you know, if I've got they want tan color, but if I haven't got tan, I'll probably use radone tan or something, which might be the right color. But I'll do these slats. It'd be a chance to experiment with some oils and just try and give that some variation. And then these walls on the inside need to be white. I think they need to be white on the outside as well. So that's easy to do. I'll probably just go over it with a white primer and then give it a thin layer of white paint. And then it doesn't say what color to make this. And I still don't know what to do with these marks. Because it doesn't seem to have these marks in the instructions, but it has that bit of detail there.
Yeah.
So, and there's a decal to go on there, which I think is the timetable for the bus. Right, now, the platform in front of this is 21. Oh, it's going to be white, look. So that's all going to be white. I imagine it's going to be tan on the inside. Hang on, what color is 21? 21 must be black.
No idea.
Yeah, because look, the inside is black.
Mm.
And that's white, but it's tan on the... Let me double check it's tan. See, this is the thing. I don't know Humbrol numbers. So it's 22 on the inside. See, it tells you the color callouts on the instructions, but it tells you an explanation of what the colors are at the end of the instructions. So I'm constantly flicking backwards and forwards between the front and the back. I should really print these out. So the side wall is, there we go. Side wall is 22 and the floor, right. So yeah, that's 22 inside on both sides. And then the 11A is matte US tan, which I don't think I have, but I do have radome tan, which I think is lighter. So I'm going to have to pull out my favorite app, which is Hobby Color. At the level that I hobby, this is good enough.
Mm.
Right, Humbrol Acrylic 118, US Tan Matte, and the equivalent is, do they have an AK? They do not. But see, it's dark tan according to this. So if I go on to the RC color, I know I should get an equivalent with the AK. There we go, 11121. So then I will check my paints because I have every single paint I own with me. And they weigh a ton when the box is full.
Always do.
Always do.
Always the way,
One
you
or
know.
two pots of paint don't weigh an awful lot. Right, so I'm looking for 11121. I don't have. Right. So what about REF Middlestone mixed with radome tan? Or even Middlestone? Maybe a bit of a mix of REF Dark Earth and radome to meet that in the middle somewhere. What do you reckon, guys? But that's quite a reddish color, isn't it?
Mm.
Actually, do you know what I have a tan color. It's not a great tan color, but
It might do the job.
it might do the job, as you say. So to boldly go says hi everyone.
Hello, TBG.
TB, yeah. John Alex says hiya James. Right, okay. See, I'm one of these. I sort my colors out.
Mm.
But here we go. That's dark flesh. That's what I was thinking of. So what about dark flesh mixed in with a bit of REF Dark Earth?
Why not?
Can that work?
To try it.
What do you reckon, guys? Have I just made all this up as I go along and just talked out of my bum? But I think this could work because all of this is going to be tan coloured, and then I'll do some fancy work on the wood, and then these are white, so they can go in. I don't know, should I glue them and then paint them?
I don't know. I've been gluing everything before I bloody paint. Paint before I glued.
Yeah.
That's all I've been doing with this one. I thought sod it and painting it.
Right. Or should I just give myself a bit of a morale booster and just paint the figures first? Right, so the back wall is 22 and the front wall is, well, if the back wall and the side walls are 22, then the front wall has got to be 22 on that side. And then it doesn't say what colour to do it on that side, but according to the box art, it's white. So that's nice then. So all four of these pieces, and I've lost a piece. How can I lose a piece? There we are. So all of those are going to be done in white, and all of that is done in tan, and I'm going to assume the bottom is done in black. Whoops, box has just fell over. Now it's telling me to do the inside flooring. No, that's the roof. That's the upper deck, sorry. Oh, wow. That's interesting.
What?
So the bottom deck floor is going to be done in tan.
Yeah.
The upper deck, which I assume is second class, some kind of second class, that's going to be done in black.
Okay.
With the slats being done in tan. With the walls being done in 186. 186 being non-existent. I must have read that wrong. Must have read that wrong. No, it says 186. It's definitely a colour call out. But 186 isn't listed on the instructions. So I'm going to have to look on hobby colour then. 186. Matte brown. So is that just wood that hasn't been painted then?
Could be. Sounds like it.
Pennies, with the program color mixer I sent you, download the picture of color in gallery and calculate the formula in drops of paint. Good point. I know you did send me that, which means it will be right near the end of my list. And I can't remember what it was called. Real color mixer. There we go. Trouble is, you can't put model paints in though, can you? See, I need the actual model paint to start with, because I don't know how many drops of white and red and brown there are in each particular color. But don't they do something like that in hobby color?
No idea.
Oh, I do like these references. So if you're doing an A20, oh, that's just references. They do have one where it's color callouts. There we go. So if you're doing the F14, there we go, color schemes. So that's all the colors you'll need to do the Tamiya F14A in VF80 or Jolly Rogers colors.
Yeah.
So you need aluminium, black, green lights, light grey, red lights, white underneath and yellow. I did try to set some up myself, but it's actually quite hard work. Is it this one I did?
Could have been.
Could have been. Could have been.
Could have been.
Could have been, but that's, yeah. There was some that I set up somewhere. I don't know. I can't remember. So anyway, yeah. So that program fantastic. It tells you how to. You take the picture color on Google, then pass to the gallery. Take the point of color save, then search and take the formula. Do you know that sounds an awful lot of work though, MP? I'm more of a let's drop some paint in a palette and see what happens kind of person. I've got a rough idea of color theory in the sense that I know if I add yellow to red, it makes orange. And the more yellow you put in, the closer it comes to yellow. And the more red you have, the closer it is to red. So you obviously I can produce various shades of orange. And I got that from doing figure painting, because when I first started painting figures, I got told you need this color for the base, you need this for the first highlight, and that for the final highlight. And then as I got a little bit better, instead of having a 3-stage highlight, I introduced a 5-stage highlight by mixing the colors, the base and the layer, and then the layer and the second layer. And then as I got into glazing, I took that up a step further by going in between each color, but really thinning the paints down and glazing it in to get that nice blended effect. And it's just, that's how you build things up. You go from 3 colors to 5 colors to 9 colors, and the transitions are so much nicer. Not saying that with 3 color it isn't nice. Another issue I had, I'd used a purple scheme to do a cape, and it just turned out absolutely awful. And someone said, "Oh, slap a red wash over it." And you know what? It blended it all perfectly. So, you learn. This is what I say to you: make mistakes, and that's how you learn. And that's how I've learned. No matter how good or bad you think I am, I've made mistakes and I've learned from them. Right. So the underneath is predictably black. Yes. So I could build the undercarriage. What do you call it on a chassis?
Yeah.
Which is
I
this
think
piece.
so.
Yeah. So these will want to go on then. So that's piece 10. So that's going on there. Do you know what? Old Airfix instructions are not the best. So that must go on there. That means that's on the wrong side then, because those aren't lining up. No, I was right. There you go. So that looks awful, but that needs an awful lot of cleanup. I think I'm going to spend more time cleaning this up than actually building it.
Really?
Yeah.
That bad?
That's just the way it is.
True.
I mean, I had a kit a while back, and it was, a lot of kits I've done have been absolutely beautiful to put together. The Tamiya's are wonderful, and then I got this special hobby kit.
Yeah.
It just required so much cleanup and so much adjusting to make things fit. And then I had a little go at, because it's propeller-driven aircraft, I decided to add some cut down bits of paperclip to add a bit of detail to the engine. And it took me 2.5 weeks just to do the engine.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't know if I like this kit. And then one of the hotel receptionists, she said, Yeah, but you'll enjoy it. You'll get a sense of satisfaction from it. And do you know what? She was bloody right.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't want every kit to be like that, but she was right. I put a lot of hard work into it.
Mm.
And yeah, I got a lot of result out of it. So, but yeah, I think you ideally you want every time you do a kit that requires a lot of work, your next kit wants to be a nice, easy one by comparison, and then go for the challenge again. Oh, I've got a problem with that Lancaster. I've been watching Nigel's modelling bench again.
Oh yeah.
So I love Nigel's modelling bench and the advice he's been giving me. He actually made a video for me about the Lancaster cockpit, and he tends to talk about a kit, talks the kit up, wonderful kit, fantastic. Oh, that's genius, blah 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 blah, and then he tells you what's terrible about the kit.
Yeah.
Now, he's built you up to the point that you're going, not my scale, not my subject matter, but boy, do I need to buy that kit.
Yeah.
And then obviously every now and again he'll bring a video out of a kit that you really want and you're so excited about it. Yes, Nigel's done a review. And then he tells you about how terrible it is. And you're like, oh, I don't want to buy it now then. It's like I am actually really petrified about this Hong Kong Lancaster. I was told the Border Models version is better, and I have no problems with the kit being better. But now I'm being told the cockpit on the Hong Kong is terrible. And I'm like, I kind of wish you'd told me that before I spent nearly 400 quid on the kit. Because if I'd have known it was like, well, I don't think it is that bad. But then I don't know. I'm not an expert on the Lancaster. So I don't know how bad it is. But I've now got to do a lot of modifications on it. And the actual pilot platform is 5mm too tall.
Really?
Yeah, so I've got to cut that down a bit or rebuild another piece. And I think it'll be easier to cut it down, especially after the video that he made yesterday that explained how to do it. I might be able to show you a comparison video in a shot in a minute, because I've just been removing all these mold lines.
Yeah.
And it's not perfect.
Mine ain't either.
And to be honest with you, I don't even know if these are going to show. But it does annoy me when they write the part number on the part. Unless it's, like I said before, it's on the underside of a wing. That's fine, you get away with that. Can I just say, guys, it's really bad practice to cut towards yourself. But I find it easier that way. So don't do as I do, guys. I think most modelers do that anyway. Well, most that I know anyway. So what are your plans for tomorrow, Natasha?
What day is it tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Nothing.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Absolutely nothing. Well, bar cleaning the birds out.
Well, yeah.
They take my morning up because they're wonderful.
Yeah. How often do you have to clean them, mate?
Well, apparently you only have to really do it once a week, but on one of these, nope, they're not having it once a week. They're having it 2 or 3 times a week.
Fair enough.
And then once a month, the whole big cage of every single one gets cleaned.
So it's a little bit like me with the cats. The litter trays get done daily.
Yeah.
But obviously every so often the whole litter gets thrown and start again. So I think we found our system for that litter tray now.
Have you? Did it work?
Well, Yeah, well, because I've got some really good cat litter, and
Yeah.
it lasts with having 2 cats and 2 trays. It lasts 2 weeks easy.
Yeah.
So we were changing it every 2 weeks, knowing that if we wanted to, we could make that litter last a bit longer. But I've now, because the lodger's now moved out, we've now got the third litter tray back.
Ah.
So I've said to my cat sitter, I said, shall we try doing it every 3 weeks? But instead of doing all 3 litter trays every 3 weeks, we'll do 1 tray per week.
Yeah.
So that you've got at any given time, you've got one box that's got litter that's 3 weeks old, another one that's got 2 weeks old, and one that's got 1 week. So the one that's 3 weeks old gets thrown out.
Yeah.
And one of the trays has actually been running for 3 weeks, but we only had 2 litter trays, and
Right.
it's fine. But my cat sitter is reporting back that they tend to be mostly using one particular tray.
Right.
But our theory on that is that that's the clean one.
Yeah.
So my theory is that once we clean out the hallway one, which is now the oldest one, I think they'll start using that. Now the only thing is they're not using the bedroom one much, which is the
Right.
newest litter tray. I got a feeling Shadow's using it, but Spirit isn't.
Mm.
I think she's a bit classier than Shadow, because I think Shadow's like, yes, that's my litter tray, whereas Spirit is like, do you mind? This is where we sleep.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's do some catch up. I'm going to do one video on my channel, how to work with a program. And yes, that would be appreciated. You don't need to send me the link, MP, because I'm subscribed to your channel, and I promise you that I will see it. So Robert Eason, hi Penny and everyone, just got home from work. Did I post the link at the top to come and join us if anyone wants to? David says hello, Robert. Hi, Robert. Hi, David. Hi, Dale. Hi, Robert. Hi, MP. And that is caught up for now. So I've got one tiny little mark left, which is right in the corner there.
Yeah.
I have 2 options. One is to go, I don't need to do that. Oh, I missed one there as well. So it's not hard to do this. It's just time consuming.
Yes.
But I think I've said to you before, the more you put in, the more you will get out. Yes, Penny was the answer I was waiting for.
Yeah, I'm just painting.
No, that's fine. Are you constipating on your painting?
Concentrating.
Concentrating, that's the one. Right. I don't know whether to do that corner one. I think I can get away with not doing it. I think that's going to be right where the front wheel is. So I think we will get away with it. The most important thing is the quality of the fit against the chassis. That is not awful, is it?
No.
I bet you didn't even look up, did you?
Nope.
No, exactly. I know you.
It's because.
Oh, she's gone. Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Right.
Sorry, phone ringing.
It's okay. So I don't know how well you're going to see this, but I'm now in a position to show you the differences. So I'm going to nick the spotlight.
Yeah.
So can you see, like, there's numbers stamped on it? There's big marks.
Yeah.
In fact, if I actually turn it so that they look roughly the same, you can see the work I've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting those oval circles out, getting that number out. I mean, you might not even see it if you didn't do anything. That
No.
sprue mark there, but that looks like it's been ripped off the sprue. It hasn't,
Yeah.
but I think that's fallen off. I think that's
Yeah.
had a knock. But yeah, that's the work I've done in what, 15, 20 minutes?
About that.
How long have I been working on this one? That's all the work I've done on that, you know, so it's been worth it. In my
True.
mind, I know it's done. So if it does show, but yeah, I think what I'm going to do is, so that I get some result a little bit quicker, I'm actually going to do, let me double check. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this bottom bit and then I'm going to do this bit rather than doing that bit then the bottom bit. But I think I want to paint it first. Let's I don't want to get the airbrush out tonight, especially when we've been streaming for 2 hours. But I know what I've got. Well, tomorrow I'll get this. Well, I'll get all of this primed in white.
Yeah.
And then I'll get this primed in black. I'll probably end up going over this in black. But I'm probably going to have to mask it off to protect it from overspray. I'm trying to see where the...
Do you mind if I just quickly get a coffee?
No, you go for it. And you go for coffee, and then when you come back, I'll go for ciggy. I might not go for ciggy. I might think about winding the stream down. There's a disappointment. He's obviously a war veteran, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what war he was a veteran of because this is a 1910 model, but he's come back with a hole and a mold release stud thingy mark in him. See what the passengers are like. Impressive mustache. Very impressive. The Edwardian, whatever it's done. Yeah, she's been shot in the back as well. He's not too bad. She's her legs are a bit flat. But yeah, this is all manageable. It's just a lot more work than you'd want it to be. Right, so I can't remember what I was up to on the chats. So we've got hi Robert, hi David, hi Dale, hello Robert. I might have just called all the, oh, hi MP. I need to accept. Right. So yeah, I think I'm done about as much as as much as I want to be tonight. Step one is to get this and other bits on, but because it's got acetate sheets like clear parts going on, I want to paint it before I put the plates on. Very, very basic. It's just a square piece of clear that goes on there. You can see it there. There should be 2 sheets. Please be 2 sheets, because there should be one for each side. Yeah. So there's 2 basic pieces of plastic, clear plastic there. Obviously it's still in the bag. And then you've got this piece there for the back. Is it the back? Oh, there should be 2 smaller pieces as well. That's interesting. So we've got that. So that's for the front. That's to go into this piece. But we haven't got anything to go into this piece. I don't think. You can see where they were. There and there. and they're not in the bag. So how did they escape the bag if the bag is sealed? So I wonder if that qualifies as missing parts then. Am I hearing you back, Natasha?
No, you're hearing things.
I've got 2 missing parts from an old kit
Yeah.
in a sealed bag.
Eh?
I know.
That's confused the hell out of my brain now.
So there is. Oh no! No! That's one sheet there. So I'm actually missing a bag. There must be another bag of clear parts. Well, there's only one option for it then.
Yep.
I'm going to have to buy a sheet of acetate and make them. It looks like they were there. So I need another piece like this.
Yeah.
And this is the one to go in there. Or does it go in there? And this is going in one of the sides. But I'm missing a side window. And I'm missing the 2 back windows. So fun with acetate then. So I might be going to Romford after all, to my little railway shop.
Mm.
I found a railway shop. It's a model shop, but they don't. It's more of a railway shop, and they sell Humbrol paints. And they got a few little kits, but nothing much. They're mostly Airfix. So obviously their main thing is obviously Humbrol, isn't it?
Yeah.
Humbrol Group, because Humbrol and Airfix are the same company with Hornby. So if you like Airfix and Humbrol, there's a really good shop in Romford. If you don't like Airfix and Humbrol, there's a terrible shop in Romford. So we have got a guest, guys. We've got
Hello.
Now I've forgotten. Is it the something Wrangler, poo poo Wrangler?
Yeah.
Yes,
it's me.
yes. I will just say I have a terrible memory. So Robert is a straggler that I found left over from Little History's channel. No, he's not a straggler. But just a nice little guy, really.
Yes.
Is that
Very
fair,
nice.
Is that a fair assessment of you, Robert? Just a nice guy.
Yeah, nice guy in general, but if you push me the wrong way, then I'm not.
I can live with that. So we have got a very special guest in the chat. We've got Little History. Woohoo! Bonus
Hi,
live stream.
Terry.
Hi, Terry.
If you want to come in and liven up the stream in glorious 1080p, you're more than welcome to.
I didn't know I was going.
Would anybody like a cup of tea? I'm making one.
Oh, I'd
Coffee,
love
please.
one. Take me
I'd love a
making one.
coffee.
All right.
The water in London is terrible. You can't get a good cup around here.
Ah, gotcha.
The only trouble is, after spending 3 weeks in London,
Yeah.
I get used to the water, and a glorious 1080p water in Scotland is that tastes horrible.
Right.
So, for the benefit of maybe 1 or 2 people that watch my channel but doesn't watch Little History, tell us all about yourself, Robert.
I am from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. I was born April the 9th, 1981.
You didn't need to tell us that much, but it's appreciated.
And I do a lot of knitting, and I do a lot of crocheting. I also play darts, I also do diamond paintings, and that's about it for me. Um, and then I got a volunteer work, so it's going really good for me.
So who do you volunteer with, or what do you do?
I help out with a church called Rainbow Kitchen. It's a place where the homeless come to have breakfast and lunch,
Oh, fantastic.
and I do the dishes for them.
Okay. So
Yes,
you basically you have a market that a lot of people won't or can't do, and
right.
you get off your butt and you do it.
Yeah,
Good man. Good man. Respect for you.
thank you.
So what are you working on at the moment then?
I am working on my crocheting.
Okay.
This is what I'm making.
Nice. Do you know what? I would ask you how you did it, but I got a feeling I would regret it.
Yeah,
Because
I
it
don't
would
Um,
just blow
crocheting
my
either.
mind apart.
all all I'm doing is at the beginning. I don't know how many stitches I have on, but at the time I'm doing what they called a double stitch. So
Okay.
you um
So would that be like using one bit of thread, but you're doing two stitches at the same time?
yes,
So that would make it thicker?
yes,
There you go. So I do know something.
yes.
See, you come on this stream to learn.
Definitely.
So do
I'll
you
be
do?
right back. I'm just making the tea. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
no problems. 2 sugars, extra milk for me.
And what about you, Natasha?
Coffee, 2 sugars, please. However it comes.
All
And
right,
a
you got
biscuit
it.
in mine because the drink's too wet without one.
Yep.
All right, you got it.
I bet he would as well, wouldn't he? I bet he comes back with 3 cups. He's going to balance them. And then he's going to go, oh, you're too slow. I'll drink them for you. So I bought another paint palette today.
Did you?
Yeah. And do you know the bonus as well? I mean, it's quite expensive at £1.39, but it came with a free tube of Pringles.
Cool.
So these are all the things you can use for paint palettes. I made the mistake of when I was in Newport saying to anyone, I said, oh, if you've got any Pringles lids or milk bottle tops, any chance you can bring them in? Because
Yeah.
I'll use them for pallets. Within a week, I had a carrier bag full.
Cool.
That's how much milk and Pringles that the Newport bus drivers get through. Ooh. Not a good day to be a Sheffield Wednesday fan. They just got beaten 4-1. Right, so Natasha, would you hate me if I left you on your own?
No, I'm used to it.
I'm gonna be. Oh, bless you. You're making me cry now, Natasha. Poor old Natasha, all on her own.
I'm used to it.
Nobody but birdies to keep her company. I had 3 green files yesterday.
Yeah.
I think I blame the cleaners. They've come in, they snuck in during the day,
Yeah.
and they've taken them. I'm missing 600, 800. Perhaps I put it away. It's a 6000 I'm missing, and it's there. Oh, that's why I don't use it. Look how coarse that one is.
Oh yeah.
That's 3 swipes of that, and your aeroplane's gone missing. So, Teresa, hello, how are you? So Love Mini says hi all.
Hello, love minis.
Hi everyone. Let's start from where we left off, shall we? So little history woohoo bonus live stream. Jeff Light says hi Robert. Dominique says evening Robert. Hi Natasha. Hi Penny. Good evening all. So we tried, I don't know if you're still watching Little History or anyone interested in streaming software. I tried that program that I can't remember what it was called. EV.
Oh, don't ask me. I joined it and a load of people were chatting. I was like, where am I?
Yeah. Well, you only get 7 minutes to stream on the free version, so I'll acknowledge that I didn't really put it through its paces, but I just think I can't help thinking for less money you get not so much more features or less features, but you get the features you get are a little bit better. And I still think the features you get on Melon are better than the ones on StreamYard, but it's an individual thing. It's like for me to be 1080p on StreamYard, it's $45 a month, but it's $15 on Melon. But then there's features you don't get on Melon that you would on StreamYard. So it really depends what's important for you. So I'm sticking with my Melon. Plus I'm getting old now and I like things to work the way I'm used to. And suddenly if Jeff start learning new stuff, I get frustrated. You know what old people are like when they get frustrated. They get very violent and throw things, and that's what I'm like.
Say nothing.
Probably best not to, Natasha.
Still saying nothing.
The skill is knowing when to be quiet.
Yep, no comment.
So, yeah. So I was going to disappear for Siggy, but
I thought you were.
kind of getting engrossed in this. So Robert, wait for him to put his headphones on. So Robert, can we tempt you over to the world of scale models and Warhammer and?
Yes.
Ooh. We could have another new expert on our midst.
Warhammer, hell no.
Well, talking of Warhammer, would you like to see my backlog of magazines I've got to do?
Yeah.
Yes,
So, as you
please.
know, I have a series called Warhammer.
Warhammer, okay.
On the Storm. Yeah, I'm a little bit behind. So let me just show you my magazines.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's my little backlog there.
Oh, yeah.
Issue 23, 24.
Yeah.
So you get one or more figures with each magazine.
Yeah.
This one you get, this particular one, issue 25, you get a piece of terrain. And look at the detail on that, guys.
Wow.
I mean, I haven't opened it, but and then every now and again you get some paint. And then you get
nice
paint. So this is contrast paint. I've never used contrast paint. And this is my favorite, all-time favorite color of all time. This is corn red.
Red,
because I used to do chaos. So a lot of my ones were done in corn red, brass and black. So then I think I just dropped something. So this issue comes with grip hounds. You get 6 grip hounds. They're pretty cool. Then you got issue 28. Usually you get, I call them the good guys, and then you get next week you get the bad guys. So this issue is, I have to cheat and read the instructions because I don't really know what they are.
Right.
Star bags gits, they're basically goblins, and they're all face down. And what I tend to do, because they're so time consuming painting, this is 2 paint issue. So what the magazine does, you start off with issue 1, and
Yeah.
it just says here's some figures, and it tells you how to assemble them. And then you get
nice.
the next issue is here's some more figures, and they tell you how to paint them. And then issue 3, they say here's a pot of paint or 2 pots of paint. And I can't remember the colors you get, but you get a gold, and let's say you get a green. So then you have to go back through the 2 first magazines and paint all the gold and all the green. Then you get 4, so you get some new figures, and then they tell you which bits to paint gold and which bits to paint green. And then you get another magazine. Then the next one, you'll get another pot of paint. And then you have to go all the way back to issue 1 and paint all the figures. Yeah. So each time you get a pot of paint, I mean, obviously every magazine you get, you can paint with the colors you've already got.
Right.
But once you get a new pot of paint, you've got to go back all the way to issue 1 and paint that color. Sometimes it might not be a lot.
Right.
When they introduced the brown, which is sort of a woody color, there was one figure you just had to paint his staff. A couple of them you didn't have to paint anything.
Oh yes.
But yeah, each time you get a new color, you have to go all the way back. So what I've started to do now is I do what I call a zenithal highlight. And what it does, bear with me a second, I'll show you one. So what you do is you paint the figure black, and then you paint it gray, but from a 45-degree angle, and then you paint it white from above. And what that does, so that this is some of the figures from issue 1, and you see that I've painted them building up.
Yeah.
But once it got too much, I just trying to find. So after about 20 odd weeks, you get the brush and things with it as well.
Oh, nice.
After about 20 odd weeks, that's your paint collection.
Oh, nice.
Here we go. So this one I was showing off the shade. So you see how it starts to pick the detail up.
Right.
But that was quite nice, that one. I'm trying to find some that I've just highlighted. I can't find any. I had some that were so nice, I didn't even need to highlight them. But yeah, some absolutely smashing figures coming out, and it's nice because if you go down to Warhammer, the figures are really expensive, but by doing it for a £10 a week magazine, there's one of the Stormcast Eternals.
Ooh.
I mean, obviously, once it's all highlighted and layered, it looks much nicer.
So how much would that be in Canadian dollars?
I don't know. Let's see if I've got any prices on. It just says £8.99, but it is going up. They're actually putting out £2 an issue from next week. Australian and New Zealand dollars is $19.99, including something called GST.
Yeah.
Some kind of tax.
Yeah.
Gross sales tax. I don't know.
Probably.
If anyone's Australian, maybe you can tell me. So yes, So this figure, I'm going to just nick the spotlight. So this has been zenithal highlighted.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you go all over it in black.
Yeah.
And then you go from that angle only. You go just grey, and then you go white from above. So if you look there, he looked quite bright, doesn't he?
Yeah.
If you look at him from below, he looks quite dark.
Yeah.
And it just enables you to pick out all that detail. I mean, like the sword. Sorry, this camera's not autofocus, but it's just really nice. And this is a really dynamic pose. This bit there, which would normally hang down his bum, because it's a jumping, he just landed from jumping, and this bit is still airborne.
Oh yeah, I
And
got ya.
a lovely figure.
Cool.
One of my favorites. And he will be painted gold and blue and white and all those nice good guy colors.
Okay.
And then you get all the bad guys who are painted greens and reds and all the nasty bad man colors. And then each week what they do is they tell you the rules of the game, but
Yeah.
they keep it really simple. So issue 1, you get like 2 or 3 figures. So they play what they call a small skirmish game, and you just have 2 or 3 guys, and they literally just run towards each other and attack each other, and some die and some don't. And then the next issue, they'll perhaps introduce what they call an armor save. Did I just hear someone coming in?
Mm.
Oh, we've done really well. We got a little history with his mad scientist glasses on.
Yay! Hi,
Yay!
Hi, Terry.
Hi.
So, are you appearing in glorious 1080p?
I am appearing in full glorious 1080p.
Wow, we are so
tonight,
honoured.
and it's so glad to join you tonight, Penny.
Good. Wow, we've got so many people. We've got Horlicks in the channel, in the chat. So Dale is saying that they're about 15 Canadian dollars.
Okay.
£10 is approximately $17. If that helps you.
It does.
So Dominique says, Penny, you're a bit behind with Warhammer. Yep, most definitely am. Terry, the link's up on, but I'm just trying to find all the chat I've missed. £10 is approximately 17. And then Dave Markey says, hello, Horlicks. So as we have got 3 wonderful chatter boxes in the channel, I am going to go and take a quick 10-minute break unless anyone objects.
Object.
Nope.
I knew you would, Natasha. So, Natasha, tell Robert all about your aircraft.
Oh, my flying
Your banana.
yellow flying banana.
Yes.
It looking very good. I can see it from here. Yep.
That's 3 coats so far on both of them. So.
Oh wow, you're doing wonderful.
So I'm just getting the second seat sorted now for in the bed that I did last night.
Right.
But as you do, you got to wait for everything to dry.
Yep.
And it is a nap, but I called it a yellow flying banana because it's yellow. At least when I'm holding it, people can see me in the dark as well, won't they? And me, just wave my yellow plane around.
Yeah.
So I haven't really done much tonight on it though, because this is the part you have to wait for drying, to glue, and to get it together.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's as much as I got. What have you done tonight, Terry?
I've been working on this motor that was been driving me absolutely nuts. But having said that, I'm going to keep on cracking away at it. I mean, there's some absolute blunders in the Airfix instructions,
Yeah.
and I'm going to point all those out in a later video. But just to show you how far we've got with the motor, getting loads of bits put on now. It's really coming together.
Oh, good. It's still spinning.
Well, I'm just about to find that out because I've just added loads more bits. So,
Ah.
right, okay. Because there's a plate that fits between the propeller and the engine.
Yeah.
I was worried once I put the propeller on, it was going to start rubbing. So we're just about to find out whether it
Hopefully, it's all right.
is working. It was working earlier because I showed people on stream.
Yeah.
Let me get the polarity right.
Sorry I couldn't join you, Terry. I was a bit busy beforehand.
Hey, no worries, Natasha.
Otherwise, you know me, I would have raided you.
I don't mind being raided by you, Natasha.
Horlicks, it's the same yellow as my Airfix Mini Cooper.
And it's absolutely spot on. Look at that.
Cool.
Wow.
A working Stuka dive bomber engine. Look at that. And I'll just show everyone what I used to get that happening. As you know, I love my electronics. Qualified electronics and communications engineer. I'm going to show you these things because they're ace. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the size of it. It's basically 10 millimeters long, 14 mil if you include the spindle. And these things cost less than $1 from AliExpress. Where's the packet gone? Let me show you the packet. That's the packet.
And
Oh,
it
yeah.
worked. Wow.
They run on 3 volts, so not too power hungry. They run
Right.
at bang on the right speed that you want for a model.
Yeah.
This is just going to sit there. Once I put it all together, obviously the model's got a stand with it from Airfix. Thank you, Airfix.
Yeah.
So it's going to be on the stand with the propeller going. I'm going to light it up as well. And I might even go the extra mile and grab a little Arduino and get it programmed up for the sound.
How about making it fly?
Be at a later date. And I probably need Horlicks to help me.
God, who doesn't need Horlicks and Penny and you and...
Well,
I just run to you all.
I keep on saying it. The wealth of knowledge in this community is amazing.
So, Horlicks, you could even stand next to me with your yellow Mini and my yellow banana plane and wave it around and everyone will see both of us then.
So this is another platform then. I've not heard of this one before.
Melon.
So this is Streamlabs. All right.
Yeah.
I think I might have used Streamlabs many moons ago. How's the budgies, Natasha?
They're all good. They're in bed.
Have you posted any more vids?
Hey?
Have you posted any more videos?
I posted one, I think it was this morning, update of last year and this year. Mainly last year. My phone automatically does like little videos for me.
Right.
So I posted that one. It automatically does it on my phone. It's weird.
Oh, nice.
So I thought, right. It's longer than about 30 seconds. It's just under a minute, but I thought, you know what? Everyone can see the birdies.
We love the birdies.
Hey, welcome back, Penny.
I just do you know what? This is why I smoke, is because I come up with all my best ideas when I'm outside having a ciggy. And I just thought, do you know what? I said about this this one pin that's right in the corner there. And I'm like, you probably won't see it. That's good enough. And then I thought, should we really have the attitude that's good enough? Or should we have the attitude that's perfect?
Mm.
And then I remembered I got this in my bag. This is a USB rechargeable. I'll show you this. This is absolutely brilliant. This is actually for nails, hence the colour. You turn it on and it goes from 1000 RPM. Why is that not working? It's not working because I haven't got a bit in it. It actually knows when there's not a bit in it. But you can put Dremel bits in this and it goes from 1000 RPM all the way up to 30 maybe. Yeah, 30 RPM, 3000 RPM, but you can put it forward or reverse. And the way you change the bits, you twist it. So that's open, you pop the bit in and you lock it like that.
Ah,
And
okay.
it's really good. And you charge it with a USB charger. And I've got 93% battery left. And it is actually spinning now because I've locked it. It doesn't know that there's actually no bit in. But this is actually designed for nails. And that's the speed you must never use. And I just thought, well, I want to try it out on scale model kits. I don't know where the bits are. The bits are in one of my, is it this one? Here they are. I knew they were somewhere.
Amazing.
So, here we go, little grinding bit. Can't open the bag. Oh no, I can't open the bag. Let's try the old part work wrangler trick, shall we? Oh my God, it actually works. How embarrassing. Right, so unlock it, pop the bit in, like so, and then lock it, and that ain't coming out.
Oh, wow.
Set the speed. So we'll try 1000 RPM. And then not too much, obviously, because it's plastic and the friction melts plastic. But it's the thinnest head I've got.
Yeah.
And just touch it till it goes. And I'm all right with that.
Wow.
That's
So there you go.
Cool,
That's all right, isn't it? I mean, it's designed for nails, but I mean, you can get some right hunky bits, some really nasty, like big teeth on it, and I wouldn't go anywhere because if I ever have my nails done and the first thing they do is pull out one of these machines, the next thing I do is just get up and walk out because I don't like having. I think nails should be hand filed.
I agree with you. 100%.
Yeah, because there isn't an awful lot of nail there until you reach the nail bed.
Yeah.
So, right. So that one I think is done. This is the one that needs doing. In fact, now I've got my tool. I'm going to use them on all of them. But I like the forward and reverse feature. So that one's really, really thick. But the main thing is because it's plastic, you don't want to, you want to keep giving it just little touches. But, you know, maybe do one on another one because obviously that plastic up, it's going to melt.
Yeah.
And don't ask me how I know that. Polishing canopies.
Don't know how you would know that, Penny.
Well, I did put. I got the nice buffer bit there. See that lovely big buffing pad there?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you put some polishing compound on and stick it on 2000 RPM, sorry, 30,000 RPM,
Yeah.
and polish the life out of your canopy, it suddenly develops a dip inwards
Okay.
where you actually warm the plastic up so much that you can actually push the canopy in and completely reshape it. I think that bit is actually better to be finished off with the hand. But let's take a gamble here and go 5,000 RPM. And then I've got a collection of bits, just various bits really. Some came out of one of those Dremel tools, and one came from something else. And I think some of the bits did actually come with this machine. But anything with the correct shank will work. It's not massive, as you can see. Right, 9 thumbs up, 13 watching. Thumbs up, everyone. Thank you. Love Mini. Sorry, gang. Got to go have fun. Let's go all the way back to where I last remember the chat. Hi, Terry. Hello, Horlicks. Based on the current 8.99. Hi, Horlicks. Hi again, David Markey. Hi, Horlicks. It's the same yellow as my Airfix Mini Cooper.
We just had that.
Maybe we should give you a Mini Cooper.
Oh yeah, it's going to be really tiny and all, isn't it?
No, it's actually quite big.
No, you're right then.
Compared to the tank, anyway. It would probably run over your tank. But it's nice. It's all smooth lines and everything that a car should be. I mean, I hate the new Mini, but I can kind of appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ever buy one and drive one myself because I just don't like the fact that they're not actually a Mini. The Mini that I know is more, like Italian job.
Yeah.
Because these Minis are nothing like that, I won't acknowledge it as a Mini.
Right.
I like the rear indicators on them with the Union Jack.
Yeah, it's a bit gimmicky though, isn't it?
Love it.
No.
No,
But you
love
see,
it. Love it.
where I come from now, we call that a Rangers flag. Well, Rangers actually use the Union flag as an anti-Celtic symbol. But then the Celtic fans use the Irish flag as an anti-Rangers thing.
Really?
Yeah. Right, that's as far as I go with that. Because I think the key with using machines is to not finish it with a machine, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it certainly made my job a lot easier with sandpaper.
I have actually got nail files, so I use them.
Yeah.
I've
always said, especially if you're a newbie or you have a tight budget, why go out and spend all that money on files when you can go down to your local convenience store and buy nail files?
It's not like I ain't got plenty of them. I've even got pink ones, purple pink ones. Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool. Purple and pink ones.
I've got little pink ones, big ones, small ones.
Of course, that's the bonus from my filing machine. Oh, it just happens to be purple.
If I can have something pink, I'm going to have it pink.
Yeah. Robert, purple is my favourite colour. So if I can get anything in purple, I will.
If I can get anything in pink, I will.
Purple, your favorite color?
Yeah, I love purple. When you see my craft room at home, you will know I like purple.
Ah, okay.
Especially when I finish painting my drawer system.
As long as it pink, as long as it ain't pink, I can't have it.
Okay. So if it's pink, it belongs to you. If it's purple, it belongs to me.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough then. See if I can catch up with the chat. So how you feeling now, Tash? Says Teresa.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know what you just said there.
Yeah. If.
Okay.
No.
It's,
Yeah.
it's better than down, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I need some sanding discs for this.
Can you have non-smelling glue?
No.
Huh?
If it doesn't stink, it doesn't work.
No, it works even when it don't stink.
I remember the first time my mother ever gave me cough medicine, and I said, it tastes horrible. If it tasted nice, it wouldn't work, she said.
Yeah.
And I still have that belief that if medicine tastes nice, it's not going to work.
True.
To this day. So you're doing a bit of vigorous painting there, Terry?
Just washing my brush out, my dear.
Good man. I like to see you taking care of your equipment.
Say nothing.
Take care of your equipment and your equipment.
Why did that sound so naughty?
I don't know, because it's you, Terry. That's why it sounded naughty.
That's because she said it first. That's why.
Horlick says, yes, we will be seen. And this is a really nice comment. Dale says, I've picked up no end of tips since finding the community. And that's what it's all about. Natasha says, Birdie, so at least I know what you got up to while I was having a ciggy.
Talking.
And then Horlick says, it was my first proper plastic kit, the Mini. A lot went wrong with it, but I salvaged it and it looks okay. We won't mention the printed VW camper, will we, Penny? Did you know that story, Terry?
What's that?
About his 3D printed camper van?
No.
Well, he needed to paint it white. And I told him to get some primer. And he went out and got black primer. And yeah, I'll take partial blame because I did forget to say, oh, you might want white primer. And I can't remember how many coats of white he's had to put on, but he's had to put on a lot. A lot.
Thing is, I've done exactly the same before.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I just primer, I'll get any old primer. You get it, and you think, hang on a minute. I've now got to put 5 coats of white over that to get rid
Oh, 5. You've done well if you only put 5 on. But I had the same problem with something I was painting before. I painted it not a drastic color, something like something brown or something, and I tried to paint white over the top, and it just took so many coats. And when the paint is wet, it looks like you've got the coverage you need, and then it dries.
Penny, I still maintain the only paint I've ever come across, right, so far that is like for white, one and done, is the Citadel paints. That what's it called now? It's called that. Well, any Citadel.
Yeah,
white,
any of the base paints.
Oh, one and done.
But what's even better is if you use is it Celestra Grey?
Right.
So if you're going from black to white, which is a stupid thing to do. Sorry, I didn't mean that the way it came out, Horlicks. But you wouldn't purposely go black to then put white over the top on purpose. But if you, instead of going from black to white, if you go dark grey, medium grey, light grey, then white, it does save you an awful lot of coats, especially if you're using Citadel paints.
But Citadel, kudos to you guys. Brilliant stuff.
Like them, don't you?
Yeah, I do. It's great paint. Really
See,
good paint.
it's one of those paints that they are expensive for a pot, but they're you're going to be thinning it down at least 50-50. So, if you get like, I can't remember how much there is in a pot, but if it's 20 mil, because you've got to thin it down, you're going to get at least 40 mils worth of paint out of it. Whereas if you go for something like Vallejo Model Air, you don't thin that down at all. It's airbrush ready. So you got so much less value for stuff. I mean, I won't buy Model Air airbrush colors anyway, because I'm like, well, I've just paid someone to thin them down.
Penny, on this engine, I've been using Model Air aluminium,
Have you?
painting it on.
Yeah, see, I think if you just bought aluminium and then thinned it down yourself, you'd get more paint.
I don't know how. Again, Vallejo, I don't know how they do it, because it's a Model Air paint. It shouldn't be, when you brush it on, it shouldn't be just one coat, but it is.
No. Have you tried their metal color range?
No, not yet.
It is absolutely amazing. It is the consistency of water, and you brush it on, and it's just perfect. I've even tried, it is airbrush ready, but I've actually thinned it 50-50.
Right.
Because the first thing I'll always do when I get something is I'll try and do something I'm not supposed to do with it to see how far I can push it. And I've thinned this metal color 50-50, and there's no difference in the coverage.
Really?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, I don't know if you'll ever noticed it, but you will notice it. I love my AK Interactives, but I won't touch their metallics because I'll use metal color. And in all fairness, I've not given AK metallics a chance.
I've got some coming tomorrow.
Have you?
Yeah.
What, the third generation ones?
AK Interactive, I don't know which generation it is, but
I heard you say something about True Metal or something. Because they do quite a lot of ranges, don't they?
Well, I'm not going to go overboard on this demo thing that I'm doing. I'm just going to do it between AK and Outlaw Paints.
That's fair enough.
That's if I ever get Outlaw Paints.
They're not the easiest to get at the moment, are they?
Well, there was the massive hoo-ha, and then no one's got any stock.
Yeah. It'll come. It'll come. I remember during the pandemic, you couldn't get Humbrol paints for love nor money.
But it's got to be good stuff because you can't get hold of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a sign.
It's like when you get those little vendors in London that do like a specific kind of food, like Chilean food or Thai food from a little wagon. And then they get a sudden reputation of being really good. And you've got to get there early before they run out of stock.
That's the one. Yeah. Or you got to get there early to get the good stuff. I didn't want to do this bit tonight, but I've just kind of got on with it.
Well, I'm going to need to get off. I've just seen the time.
Yeah.
Not working.
Some of us have got work, haven't they?
Yeah.
Not me, though.
Right, everyone. Where's my camera gone? I'll say goodbye to everyone.
So Horlick says that's pretty nifty, and sorry gang, gotta go. Has to be the old Mini. Exactly my thoughts. High love minis, night love minis. Agreed, Penny. BMW stole the name. About 15 coats and it's still greyish. This is the white over the black. I will mask it and airbrush it one day. And then Horlick says it was a learning curve. And if you learn from something, I don't think it's a problem, is it?
No.
I gotta go, Penny. Night, Natasha.
Well,
night,
thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you all. Good night.
Night.
Oh, that's a joy having him on, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, I've raided his stream enough times. You only got this machine out just to get in that corner.
Always the way.
Always the way. So what are you working on at the moment, Robert? I think you've muted yourself, Robert. But you're working on the crochet. I do like that, you know. It's a little
it's for my new boss at work.
nice. It's kind of mad but organized.
Yes.
I like that.
Thank you.
See, what I'm really doing is I'm trying to get him really friendly with him so that I end up getting a new jumper or something through the post. Not dropping any hints at all, Robert.
Yes.
Oh, that wasn't a good idea. That's sending vibrations all over the place.
Mhm.
Right. I think I'm going to go with the old-fashioned. There we go. That's what I was looking for. The skinny files. That's the one. Because yesterday I was working on this and I was literally going through all the grits.
Yeah.
So starting off with something really rough just to get
Yeah.
it level. And then I was going finer grits to get rid of the scratch marks from the first bit of sandpaper. And then eventually it just, so you end up with something like that. So it's
Right.
all tiny. But
Yeah.
if you use this one to start with,
Yeah.
it actually comes out quite. I'll do it on the sprue, but there you can visibly see the scratch marks and the fact it's
Yeah.
got dull. But by the time you get to this one,
Yeah.
it's like got hardly anything on it at all,
Yeah.
and then it sort of brings the luster back up.
Mhm.
So David says, "Good vibration," the old Beach Boys song. That's the one.
Yeah.
Good vibrations. So everyone's saying good night to Terry. Laters, Terry. Take care, mate. Night, Terry. Teresa says, I got told last night I'm getting a pair of fingerless gloves with owls on. Nice.
Mm.
And you know the helpline of the company that makes the gloves? 282820. That was a terrible joke, wasn't it? That didn't work.
Saying nothing.
Probably best you don't actually. Sometimes saying nothing is the right thing.
Yep.
Oh, that's really thick. That is terribly thick. Oh, it's really hard work. Do. You have an email. Do. Don't know if you guys could hear that or if it's just unique for
Only
me.
a little bit.
Okay, only a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, these particular marks are so thick. You can't even cut them with a knife. They're that thick. Just trying to shave it back a little bit.
Mhm.
In a very dangerous manner, I will add. Can I just say this stream is not for kids. Do not use. Well, I always say that anyway. When I do my part works, that kind of does me a favor because it actually says in the part works, not recommend or not for kids under 14. And obviously, with the copper rules on YouTube, you know, most of us just say this channel is not intended for people under 14. And in that way, you're complying directly with their rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the last thing I would want is for my channel to be taken down because my channel has appealed to someone who's 13 years, 11 months, and 3 weeks.
Mhm. Right.
So, yeah, you have to be careful. I know a lot of people panicked when they brought that ruling in. It's probably a lot simpler than you think. I think it's more to do with who the primary audience is intended for.
Right.
You know, if I start doing cartoon characters, cute cartoon characters, and saying this channel is intended for, you know, for over 18s, then that's probably a bit of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
David says that's almost the number of a friend. There was an insurance company had that phone number, wasn't it? Was it owls or something? Something to do with owls.
Mm.
Do you know what? By Jove, I've done these. Oh, that one could use some work on it. I'd say I don't think I need to remove these. I got a feeling they won't be seen in the end, but it's just nice to do them, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're done. Right, do. That will do. Right, so tomorrow that will get, now tonight that will get a clean. Have I got any kitchen roll? I have to, yep, there it is. I have to pack my suitcase so properly so that everything fits in. And sometimes I have to, because I've put things in a specific order, I'll then have to take it out in the order because you can't get stuff until you've got that other bit first. And
Right.
it's a bit awkward. Right. So I kind of cheat with cleaning plastics. Oh, my white spirits. No, it hasn't. It's okay. Right. So the best way to clean models is with IPA alcohol. I don't really have the space to bring alcohol and this and that and all the rest. So I just cheat and I just use thinners to clean it, which is well, this is about 30% IPA because it's been diluted, but just rub over your parts, get all those bits of dust off. Otherwise, when you come to paint it, it'll be lumpy and bumpy.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want lumpy and bumpy, would you?
No.
Nope.
But it doesn't do quite as good a job as pure IPA, but then I don't have to bring an extra bottle. Bring 2 bottles into the shower. I just want to wash and go.
Mm-hmm.
You laughed like you'd recognize that advert.
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were too young for it. So should I be brave and glue this, do you think?
I'll try.
Tell you what, I think it's raining outside, so I can hear the rain beating at my window. It's funny that I thought I cleaned this from the flash. As soon as you bring it up to the piece it's going on to, suddenly you can see this line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I will build the wheels and then build the top bit. Oh, that's raining really well. What's going on, Oscar?
We've had it. It's your turn.
What's that?
We've had the rain, so it's your turn.
Yeah. Well, it's London, isn't it? Why is that not fitting on?
You know, but I just had the fiddliest part ever. And
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
What part have you got as fiddly?
It was getting that seat on there, and I was like, huh?
Huh? How'd you go? Huh?
Yeah, I was like, huh? But I done it.
I apologise, Robert. This is a channel where we will take the mickey out of everybody.
Yeah.
We take as good as we give.
Well,
That's-
guess what? I'm wearing mini today, so you can't take the mickey.
So you're wearing mini.
Yes. So you
Okay.
can't take the mickey out of me. Mini.
One of
Mickey.
my friends say that Minnie is evil.
So can Mickey.
Yeah.
Who ain't?
Yeah, I'm going to go for this.
You
What's the
doing it?
worst that could happen? Yeah, well, if I glue this bit on, then I could hold it there to paint it, and then when I've finished it, I can then I'll use that as a handle to do the top.
Yeah.
And I'll get this bit done on in tan, and then I'll get these bits painted up white, and then I'll put them on, and then do any touch-ups that are necessary, and you've got white, tan, black.
Mm.
And if I glue this now, it can cure overnight, so it'll be ready for tomorrow.
I've
And
already put my first decal on.
have you?
Yes.
I'm proud of you, Natasha.
Don't know if you can see it though, because it's right in there.
Yep, I see it.
Oh, is it a
Yeah,
instrument panel?
the thingy mabob that does the
The
job.
thingamy bob that does the job. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one. Yeah.
I've got another
I
one
know
put on yet.
I know that name very well. The thingy mabob.
The other one I usually say is thingy-majig.
And huge
Yep.
flip I use as well.
Yeah, who'd you flip it?
Yeah. Always finish up with a huge flip.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
You know that thingy-mabob over there, the thingy-majig?
That's the one.
Yeah.
Do you know what? My nan used to come out with things like run and get the huge flip from the thingamy bob. But the worst thing was you would run and get exactly what she wanted.
Yeah.
And you'd come running in, you go, is this it? She'd go, yep, that's the one. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I remember doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to get that a lot. It was just weird how you knew what it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I like this glue.
What glue?
So this particular glue is called Plastic Magic.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same as Tamiya Extra Thin. But what I didn't realize until after I bought Tamiya ABS
Yeah.
is that will glue ABS glue as well. And it does. So it suddenly becomes very useful when you're doing part works, when you get plastic pieces. And it does stick ABS. Tamiya do ABS glue, which is designed for ABS, but this will do polystyrene, cement, ABS, and plastics. Other glues cannot. And I actually got it from, I think it was called Firestorm Games in
Right.
Newport before I don't know if they still got their Newport store.
Dunno.
But they've got a store in Newport and a store in Cardiff. The Cardiff store, they do mail order from there, and they've done extremely well for themselves. Very, very well. Worked very, very hard to build that business up. But I'm one of the lucky ones. I knew Firestorm when they were just a little company.
Mm.
And I like, they were just a little store above Tesco's. But anyway, I went into the store and I said I was looking for glue. And he says, oh, I got this come in. The rep had come in. And he said, oh, he's really singing its praises. And he says, will you do us a favor? Will you give it a try? He says, if you don't like it, I promise you I'll give you your money back. And I said, yeah, I'll give it a try. I took it home and I used it. And I went back the next week for something else. He says, how'd you get on with that glue? Do you want your money back? I went, no, you can keep your money. And it's a really good glue.
Mm.
But what I do now, I've got 2 bottles of it. But what I do is I bring this to the hotel with me because it will do everything.
Yeah.
And I've ended up with an extra bottle of Tamiya normal. This
Yeah.
is the thicker one. So again, this dries very quickly in the same way that Tamiya extra thin does. So if
Okay.
you're doing say 2 wings, you want to put a load of glue and then you want to bring the wing up to it. Too late, it'll be dry. So you want a slower setting glue. And I agree with a lot of people. This seems to be a lot stronger.
Yeah.
I think because it takes longer to set, it means that it's melting the plastic for longer, which
Yeah.
gives you a stronger bond. Right, that I'm happy enough with. So that's going to be the bus, the pilot. The driver's going to sit there. And that all seems to have been stuck in nicely. I might just pop a little tiny bit here. A little bit of an accident there, but nothing a bit of sandpaper can't cure.
True.
If you do get a finger mark with glue on, don't be tempted to file it straight away because it's still thin and pliable. So let it set fully until it goes rock solid and then give it a bit of a file. But other than that, it's gone together really nice. And I can't see any ejector pin marks, no Airfix logos. That makes me happy. And no flash. I think I've got every bit of flash. It was hard work because the flash was hiding in places you didn't even know existed. Right, so friend of mine knitted a load before Christmas. Teresa laughing. David, that all's almost in the number of a friend. Dominic, I'm going to bed. Have a nice evening. See how far behind I am on comments. Oh, I'm only about 10-15 minutes. That's pretty good going for me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Richard Thomas Scale Model World says, good night, Dominic Koku. David says, been raining since 3 here, but heavy rain and wind after 5. David Markey, Thingy Bob was a song by Gracie Field, not showing my age, seen in the film Honest. Yes, you've heard of it, haven't you? Night Dominic, MP says, have a good night, Penny. And I am caught up with chat. So I'm going to come away from the stream so I can see what else needs doing on this. Make sure I've got this the right way round, which I have. Oh, there's a couple of little fiddly bits to go on. Oh, good job I spotted those. I've got no idea where they are on the sprues. $50, 52 and 11 I'm looking for. These are all the sides of the seats. Oh my God, look at all those ejector pin marks on the tyres there. That's awful. Oh, I'm not going to have fun with that one. Right. So 52 and 11. I might be missing some parts. As in, I won't be putting them on. Don't even know what they're meant to look like. They got a little circle on them. Ah. Whoa. think they've got these muddled up. No, they are right. Right, okay. So oh no way. Oh sorry, I found it. I just thought I've accidentally flung this piece across the table. Oh, this is part of the wheel.
Nice.
Interesting vibration going on somewhere.
Oh, we got a ding.
We've got a ding. Oh no, that was my Facebook going on my phone.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I tend to ignore Facebook as much as I can. Trouble with Facebook, it just gets more and more persistent, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It starts off by saying, hello, I've got a notification. And if you ignore it, it goes, hello, notification. And if you keep ignoring it, it goes, oi, ignoring me, you got a notification.
Who's gonna flip it?
Yeah. Okay, that's not sticking. That's unusual for this glue. I hope that's right. Because if it's wrong, I'm buggered now, aren't I?
Yep.
You know, I think the worst thing is doing things on camera. I don't know why I do it. Because you have to keep adjusting your angle so that people can see what you're doing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
There you go, that's on. I'm going to have to leave that overnight now because if anything needs to be stuck onto it, it needs to be really set. That's going to move it. I mean, it's fairly solid already.
Mm-hmm.
I did kind of flood it with glue a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's going to need a little bit longer. And I've just got to move that part now. Please don't say I've ruined it.
Hope you didn't.
Uh-oh, it's fallen off. Well, it looks at right angles. Oh, I am in trouble now.
Why?
That little bit that I left that I thought was detail, it's flash. No, I've got to resist. Let it dry first, Penny.
Let it go.
Oh, no. So I don't know how well you can see this, but that bit there has got a hole in it.
Yeah.
So something's obviously going to go up through it.
Yeah.
That bit there, the hole is actually covered up because it's got flash in it. And there's no way I'm going to clean that up now before this is set. That'll go rock solid once it's dry, but there's no way I can touch that now. Absolutely no chance. Right, so that's stage 2 complete, although I haven't completed stage 1. I could put stage 3 together, but I don't fancy being here for 4 days cleaning the flash up. Oh, that's a shame. There's no engine in it. Well, you got the drive shaft and some so nice leaf spring suspension. Nothing sophisticated about it. It's just a load of sheets of metal bolted together.
Yeah.
Just and they just bend together. Right. Are you ready to? How tired are you, Natasha? You're feeling very sleepy. Very sleepy.
Am I?
Yeah.
Just trying to get the last bit on before I forget.
Okay. Well, we'll let you do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is 25 past 11 where we are. So I'm going to guess where you are, Robert. It must be about 6:30.
It's 3:25 in the
Oh God,
afternoon, my
I
time.
was well out there, wasn't I?
Yep.
Yeah.
One of the things that makes me laugh is South Africa time. Is
Yeah.
it actually that much different from British time? Because you think, oh, it's a long way away, but it's actually on the same time zone.
Yeah.
I think it's an hour. It's not a lot difference. It's just that he's obviously in a different hemisphere.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's got similar time zone. Let me have a look. Wish I had my Echo with me. What time is it in South Africa? Oh, no, that's it. They're 2 hours ahead of us.
Yep.
And there's 2 time zones in South Africa. But yeah, 2 hours ahead of UK, which when you think how far it is, it's not a lot, is it?
No.
Nope.
But it's because they're not a long way that way or that way. They're a long way that way. So there you go. So Jeff says, how many drill bits with you? I do actually have drill bits. Oh, I know where you're going. So the drill bits I've got are my micro box ones.
That was hard.
Although, do you know what? I had the chance to. I bought some little ones the other week, but they didn't fit my hand drill. That looks like a broken drill bit. Oh, don't run away. Yeah, I knew I'd broken a drill bit. Yeah, so the little ones I've got every single size now from 0.3 all the way up to 3 mil in 0.1 mil increments. But yeah, this is another toy I've got. This looks like the Wow Pen, which is a screwdriver, but it isn't. It is actually an electric drill. So you screw the end, pop your drill bit in, tighten it up, and it's a pretty nifty high torque drill, which has for some reason gone off balance. Oh, that's not good. That used to be brilliant. That's better. But yeah, it's actually a really good drill. but don't push it and keep it turning. Don't let it stop turning while it's still inside the plastic, because it does create friction, and it does melt the plastic. But
Yeah.
that's so yeah. If you leave it in halfway through, and then the plastic cools down, you cannot get that drill bit out. And that's actually how I broke that other micro bit one. But it is really good. But if you buy, I got this on Amazon, and I actually got it. I saw it being used by Man's Model Moments, and it looked really good. So I decided to give it a try, and
Yeah.
I didn't get the same one he got. Mine was so poor it wouldn't even hold the drill bit in. And one
Mm.
thing I've noticed is when you undo this, if that collar inside is not brass, send it back
Yeah.
away. That's the reason it holds so well, is that brass bit there.
Yeah.
As you close it, it will nip it. But the first one I had, it was like, I don't know, I can only really describe it as a die cast bit. It was so
Mm-hmm.
terrible. But yeah, since I sent it back and I bought, because see, I bought the cheapest one, and this one was about £5 more expensive, and it had the brass collar in it, and it's brilliant. Definitely recommend. Very handy for, because where my fingers are old now, if I'm drilling too much with, I mean, I've still got a pin vise, and this is a pretty good one. But if I'm doing that for too long, it really does hurt my fingers. But that will take a bigger shank. That'll take a huge shank. So, but I'm with my hotel gear. I'm all about getting, I want everything as small as possible. So
Yeah.
it's into a smaller places, because the smaller I can get things, the more equipment I can bring with me. Because I need to fit them into there to pop them into my little drawers. Whereas at home, if I've got too much stuff, I just buy another set of drawers and store it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. So yeah, I'll drill that out tomorrow. I think that's what you were getting at, wasn't it? Right, have you? Good evening. Is that OMG Mosh? OMG Mosh?
Never heard of him.
No, I haven't. Oh well. Well, it's nice to see you anyway. David Markey, Penny, health and safety. Don't do a Terry. Keep away from fingers. Yeah. Jeff says that's a handy. I know who this is. Prof. Billy. Billy. So Billy is one of the ladies that is making me very, very happy at this hotel. So it must be, yes, because she finished work at 11. So yes, she is making me very, very happy and homely here. As I keep saying to people, it sounds lovely coming down and staying in a hotel for 3 weeks at company's expense. It's not actually that great because you don't get your home comforts, and sometimes just a kind little word really does help make your day and help you get through it. And these people have been brilliant. OMG Mosh is my other profile. Okay, no, it's fine. It's just I had a horrible feeling that it was somebody else that we've been having trouble with, and Mosh is the name of a really good YouTuber who he had a run-in with as well. So I was just a bit worried. But now you've confirmed that, it's all good. So how are you getting on with the models I gave you, Billy? Because I gave her a couple of models. And she said, "Oh, I used to do models." I went, "There you go, then have some models." As I'm not doing anymore, I'm going to switch to my front camera so people can see my terrible face and my lovely hotel room.
You're not terrible.
It's all right. It isn't too bad. Like I said earlier, because I've got a bigger table, if you get more of something, you expect less of something else. But it's actually not too bad. I haven't really sacrificed anything. I'm still laughing at the kettle that they positioned just underneath the TV. So every time I boil my kettle, all the steam comes up in front of the TV. But that's their problem, not mine. So right. So I'm going to be finishing the stream shortly. We're just waiting for Natasha to glue. Is that you're doing there?
Decal.
Go decal. So Billy says we are started, but because of now that's fair. Everyone goes at their own pace.
Yeah.
See, I tell you what, I modelled like crazy when I got home from my holiday, because last time I was here, it was the first time I was at this hotel. So I didn't really do much because I'm kind of settling in and finding the ground and that.
Yeah.
If I was back at Travelodge Barking, I would just go straight in, get it all done. But obviously, I'm
Yeah.
getting things settled. But it's nice now I'm settled.
How long you
Stay.
been what kind of work do you do?
So I'm a bus driver. About a year ago, I've been driving for about 22 years, but about a year ago, I started a new job with a company. I'm actually based in Scotland, and what we do is we come down to London for 3 weeks, and we work out of a London depot, whichever one they send us to, and we'll work for them, and then we'll go home for 3 weeks and work out of my home depot. And then we come back to London for 3 weeks and work out of London. And then I get 1 week's annual leave, and then the whole process starts again.
Oh yeah.
I get 5 weeks holiday a year, and everything's done on a 10-week cycle. And when I'm down in London, I earn extra money. This is obviously why I'm down here. I wouldn't travel 600 miles from home for the same rate of pay.
Yeah.
So that means I can save a little bit of money. I can buy nice things for the cats. I can buy £300 models and bits and bobs. And then when I go back to Scotland, I go back to being a poor person again, because Scotland don't pay very big wages.
Oh, they don't?
No, it's they don't. The wages aren't so good, but then the cost of living is lower. See, I earn £3 an hour less than if I worked in London, but I'm probably much better off because my rent is less than half.
Okay.
So it's the wages are here, but the cost of living is this. So I'm probably better off in Scotland earning a lower wage than I am in London. But you see, when I'm in London, I don't have to. I'll get food given to me. I mean, this hotel, they give me a wonderful breakfast. And because I have a good breakfast in the morning, I can skip lunch.
Right.
So
do you work on like the double decker bus?
Yes.
Yes.
Or whatever bus they give me. It depends on the route. But most of the routes in London are double deckers.
Yes, we have double deckers here as well.
Yeah. So we have what we call a high frequency route and a low frequency route. So if you see a single decker, it's probably normally more in the outskirts.
Yeah.
So where there aren't so many people, but it's more of a community route. And then your high frequency, like I used to do a bus that used to go into the center of London. So that was a double decker bus because it's full of tourists and shoppers and all sorts. So Billy's in the same boat as me. Well, she lives in London and she wants to move to Scotland. Because same reason that I'm in Scotland. Your wages are a bit lower, but your cost of living is so much lower.
Right.
So, oh, I got Mandy as well. Mandy, miss you on the 26th. 26. I'm totally lost now.
Is she one of your passenger? Passenger?
Oh, yes, of course. So listen, yes. So Mandy, I have started. So the 26 is a Scottish route, Nethercraigs. That's it. Yeah, I totally forgot which route the 26 was. See, they all love me on that one, don't they? So yeah, the 26. So Mandy has a son that I got talking to, and we'd all got friendly. And I am starting. In fact, I've got it. As I promised, my next build is going to be the Sea Harrier, and
Oh yeah.
you have picked an absolute pig of a kit. It's absolutely terrible. It's probably the worst kit that Tammy have ever made, but I am going to do my absolute best with it. And it's going to be, I found an aircraft that shot down one of the Argentinian planes. And I found that exact one, and I found all the decals for it. So it's all going to be done in Falkland colors, and it's going to be that one. And then a future build is going to be the plane that the Harrier shot down, so I can put them together as a little scenario. So,
Right.
God, all the nice, well, all the nice people are always here, but all the people I ain't seen for ages is coming out, aren't they? God, yeah. Do you know what? I used to moan about that Nethercraigs run every single day, but I haven't been doing it now for two years or so. And you know what? I think I miss it. Wow, he's all grown up. Joe's at college now doing mechanic work. Wow, all grown up. He was ever so little when I saw him a couple of years ago, though, wouldn't he? He must have been a little person for his age.
Yeah, we have a bus called the 26 down here, and it
Right,
goes from my area where I live at to one of the high schools out of town.
right.
So, and
Yeah.
then it'll come back to a different way, but it will stop at the same place.
Okay. Oh, so it's kind of a circle. It goes that
Yeah.
way and then right. Wow. So he's 16 next week. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, do you know what? It's nice. It's nice having passengers like that, and you can kind of see them grow.
Yeah.
I remember I used to do a school bus in St Albans Way, and there was one kid he'd got on. He was a right old. You know, if it was legal, I would have slapped him. But come the end of the year, we just got used to me. I think the trouble was they'd had so many different school bus drivers.
Yeah.
And I was their first regular one in ages. And I can remember at the end of the school year, he'd come running up to me and he goes, "Oh, I'm so happy." I said, "What's happened?" He says, "Well, because he wants to be a mechanic." And he says he's been accepted by a company called Halfords. Doing a Saturday. He's been accepted for college, but he's got a job at Halfords working Saturday and Sundays, earning a little bit of money doing the trade that he wants to be in. He says, "I'll only be in the shop selling parts and things like that, but it's the job I want to do." And I just thought, you know, you've progressed. Sorry, I've just caught the comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I said you've progressed from like a tearaway to a really nice young man, and it was
Yeah.
really nice.
So
Man,
I guess
whereabouts are you moving to in South Lanarkshire? Because that's where I live.
Yeah.
So you might have gone from seeing you on the 26ers to being a neighbour. So, right. Horlicks, that's me. Got to be up. Car and garage tomorrow before getting to work. Do you know what? It's so nice having a day off tomorrow. I can watch. Normally I go, oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to go because I've got to be up in the morning. Now I'm like watching everyone else go, oh, I've got to go. I've got to be up for work.
Yeah.
No way. You are moving to just around the corner from me. I'm in East Kilbride. Blantyre is where I used to work for First Group, and it's literally 10 minutes in the car from me. There you go. You don't need to miss me on the 26ers anymore. You'll be knocking on my door, going, I want a cup of coffee. Oh, that's nice. So David says, night, Horlicks. Sorry, I very rudely interrupted you, didn't I, Robert?
Do you mean Caraway, like not a nice person, or?
Yes, tear away as in ragamuffin. Help me out here,
Okay.
Natasha. Delinquent
Yeah,
might be a word you use in Canada.
we do.
Yeah. So yeah,
I-
kind of heading on the bad track,
Yeah.
and then suddenly pulled himself on the right track, got himself a
Mhm.
nice, respectable job, did a little bit of hard work at school, found out what he wanted to do, because that's always the problem, isn't it? If you don't know what you want to do, you're going to be a bit of a drifter, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
Mhm.
Horlicks says, "Night, Horlicks, lucky." LOL, lucky you. I get that feeling on set. Yeah, I very rarely do I get a weekend off. So Horlicks is probably sitting there going, Penny's got to go to work early in the morning. So smiley faces from Mandy B. Horlicks says hello soon permanently. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, yes, that's right. You're gonna be laughing at all of us going to bed early every single day. Oh,
Won't be me. I can be up
yeah.
most times.
Well, yeah, yeah. But it's. I mean, I don't know if I'd want that lifestyle. But then, sometimes I don't want my lifestyle.
You want a bit of both, don't you?
Well, it's like I say with this work. It's all nice and good coming down to London earning extra money, but I don't have my home comforts.
Yeah.
I don't get
Yeah.
to see my cats. I was a bit upset this morning. I was looking at the cats on the well, I call it a cat cam, and because I've been home last week and I feed the cats as soon as I get up,
Mhm.
about 7 o'clock. So they've now got used to being fed at 7 in the morning. And now
Mhm.
I'm gone, the cat sitter's coming in round about 1 o'clock. I'm watching them on the cat cam this morning. 8 o'clock in the morning, they're sitting there by the front door waiting for someone to come. And then they're jumping up on the windowsill, looking. You can see when they're looking out and not looking at birds, they're like this up the window, looking for someone to come round. And I thought, you poor things. And I got really upset about it.
Mhm.
But then when I go home, if I go home for 3 weeks working in Kilmarnock, I don't actually get to see him that much because I'm at work all day.
Yeah.
So I get to see him longer, but I get him in the morning and the evening. And then I
Right.
get that much quality time because sometimes my shifts are long. I come home from work,
Mhm.
straight to bed up the next day. And
Right.
when I'm on holiday, I do get to see them all day long, but only for a week.
Yeah.
So you've got all of this. It's all about the balance, isn't it? It's good
Yep.
and bad about everything.
Yeah.
So Horlick says you're actually so close to me being in London. Billy says, "Oh, a pain in the bum." Did I miss your previous comment? I got a feeling I did. There we go. It's funny we don't really have a school bus where I live. Only the local runs. Yeah, but you don't. Well, there are school buses. I noticed that in London, but you don't really need them, do you? There's the bus network. So I don't understand why anyone in London owns a car because the bus network
Yeah.
is fantastic. I would say that I'm a bus driver.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
obviously
I
we're all,
never been to London, but I love to be on one of them double decker bus if I ever go to London.
See, it's funny because I hate them, especially
You
those
do.
Boris buses. I don't like the Boris buses. They're just. I'm seeing all this glass, and what I'm seeing is if there's an accident, there's an awful lot of broken glass, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of accidents.
Hmm.
People drive like they just don't care in London,
That's
and
the same way here. That's the same way here.
yeah,
We have like a 50, we have a 30 zone in our area, and people go over the limit.
yeah, yeah,
And it just like people get killed and injured and
yeah,
it's the
yeah.
same way here.
Well, today I saw a cyclist get run over by a. Well, I didn't know who to blame, who to go for, because it was a Prius, one of those hybrid things. Not sure if it's a minicab driver run over a cyclist. I'm like, which one do I dislike the most?
Yeah.
So, but the car was actually had to reverse to get the bike
Mm-hmm.
out from the front.
Mm-hmm.
So Choberton says, totally agree, Penny. When I lived in London, I used a car to drive in and out of London. The rest of the time, bus or tube. And that's an interesting one because when I was at Bow Road, I used to get the tube in every day. And I thought, oh, lovely, I'm getting the tube in. After about
Yeah.
3 days of commuting on the tube, it becomes very ordinary. And
Right.
it's awful. You've done a hard day's work, and it's like 7 o'clock in the evening, and the tubes are still packed. 7 in the evening,
Yeah.
absolutely packed, and you're like, all I want to do is just sit down, and you're sharing an upright handle with about 14 other people, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
way. So, right. So, Horlick's lovely to visit on a train, but that's it. And then Horlick says, right, this is not getting me to bed. Ciao for now. Night all. Listen, I'm going to disappear soon anyway because it is getting rather late. And I think even Mike can agree this is more than 5 minutes stream time, isn't it, Natasha?
No, he'll probably say
6 minutes.
3 minutes 37.
Yeah.
You what?
Right. So we are streaming tomorrow. But
Okay.
I believe we are doing the Mustang tomorrow, aren't we, Natasha?
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought it was today, but I got it wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's next to me.
Billy says the car versus bike is usually the car fault as they won't give space, but then sometimes bikers are at fault. It's all got very confusing because basically whatever you do now, it's a cyclist's fault. But it looks to me like the cyclist has come out from the path straight onto the road
Yeah.
without
Mhm.
looking because they never do. And the
That
car,
looks really good. That looks really, really good.
that is
It
nice.
is.
Nice little
6
job there.
stages completed.
Yeah. No, it's good. Oh God. But yes, but at the same time, the amount of distance that they had to reverse the car to get it off the cycle and the distance it was from the mini roundabout would suggest to me that the car was going a bit quick. Because
Yeah.
one thing we're taught is keep your speed down.
Mm-hmm.
That way, if you have an accident, then you're not as likely to hurt someone and you've got more thinking time and stopping time. And the number of times I've slammed the brakes on and then said to my passengers, oh, I'm ever so sorry about that. And they're like, sorry for what? Because if you slam the brakes on at 10 miles an hour, it doesn't have the effect of slamming your brakes on at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
It's all about you got more time to think. You see someone come out of a junction, you know they're going to come out of the junction, you got more time to react. And it's so yeah, the way that the car was reversing, it was right over the bike, and this poor old guy on the bike was hobbling. I would suggest he was going a little bit too quick, or he wasn't looking at what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But who knows? Someone might be in trouble, someone might not be. So,
Yeah.
unfortunately, it's just one of 100 accidents that happen in London every single day. So, right, guys. So I'm going to finish the stream. I think we've done this for way long enough today. quite enjoying this kit now that I've cleaned it all up and I've actually glued some bits on. That's the bit that makes a difference, isn't it? Once you start gluing bits up,
Yeah.
starts progressing.
Yeah. Not so bored.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say bored because there's so many different elements, and some people like the glue up and they don't like the painting. Some people like the painting. Some people live for the cleanup. God knows
Yeah.
why. But I mean, I watched an interesting video. Obviously, he tried to make it a bit clickbaity, but he said Tamiya kits are terrible. And when you watch the video, he's saying that Tamiya kits, they're just so good, such good kits. They literally go together by themselves. And sometimes he longs for a really badly fitting kit. So he's got like all the cleanup that I've done and all the sanding. He loves it all because then he's got to do things and he's got to think. And I kind of agree with them. Tamiya kits have their places, but if all you build is Tamiya kits, you don't learn how to fix problems because there are no
Right.
problems to fix.
Right.
So yeah, right. So guys, I'm just going to catch up on the chat. If you could slow the chat down, now I can finish the stream. Keep typing chat. I can't finish.
Keep typing.
If I'm staying on longer, you're staying on with me, Natasha.
Fine, I can sleep on my desk.
Can you? Yeah. Is this are we going to have an overnight stream of 2 people sleeping?
Why not, innit?
Whereas Robert will be jumping up and down going, come on, guys, it's only 4 o'clock. What's up with you?
Yeah, it will be 4 o'clock my time, definitely.
Yeah. So Choberton says, hi, David. Dale says, great stream night all. Choberton says, okay, bye for now, everyone. Take care. David says, thank you all for an interesting night. I'm glad you found it interesting, and thank you for coming along. Jeff Light says, thanks, guys. Hope take care and stay safe. Or hope to catch you tomorrow. Good night, all. I'd probably see you tomorrow. Well, you will do, especially if you're coming into work. Right, guys, who wants to say goodbye first?
I'll get it out of the way.
Well, no, you got to finish the show because it's on your stream tonight. Is it on your stream tonight?
Don't know.
I can't remember. Where are we streaming to?
I have no idea.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt again. So,
I don't know. Could be.
right.
I don't know.
So, if you would like to say goodbye, then, Natasha.
Yeah, I'll say goodbye. Thank you again, Penny, for inviting me on your stream. And I thought we was doing the plane, but that's tomorrow.
That's all right.
Take care, everyone. Happy hobbying, aircrafting, and stay safe out there. Take care.
Do you want to say goodbye, Robert?
Bye, everyone. Thank you for having me. It's been fun. I had a great time. I'll be on tomorrow sometime. Take care, everybody.
So it's been an absolute breeze to have 2 wonderful people on today. So guys, thank you for watching tonight. And Terry, let's not forget Terry. How can we forget Terry? I feel terrible now. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. As I always say, you're the guys who makes the show, not just us. Without your interaction, we just wouldn't know what to do. So with that, then I'm off ski. I'm going to get some sleep. A busy day for me tomorrow, doing not an awful lot, spending money, and I might jump on the DLR tomorrow to Stratford. I don't like Stratford. Well, I do like Stratford. That's the problem. Is
it getting there?
It's just very expensive, and they have lovely stuff. Last time I went to Stratford, I spent £90 on a pair of jeans, and almost £200 on Lego set. So it's probably best I avoid the place. So guys, take care, and I'll catch you all tomorrow, possibly with some money, but probably not. Bye-bye.
Bye.